Good evening and welcome to tonight's episode of Eat, Crit and Survive, where a bunch of people gather in individual locations to play some Dungeons & Dragons.
Cheers.
Cheers. Dom is currently celebrating the fact that he is on holiday.
Yep.
Ross,
I'm eating Easter egg.
Ross,
That's disgusting.
What? There's still Easter egg around.
Yeah.
Don't come to mine and Matt's house then, because we both have Easter eggs.
To be honest,
I only got mine 4 days ago.
I only got mine on last weekend, and I've eaten the whole egg now, so...
I only eat a huge amount of chocolate on its own. That may change over the weekend.
I hate this tiny laptop.
You try to close your doctor.
That's a little bit better.
But I'm trying to... And I've done them all. And it says I haven't.
Well, Connor hasn't done all his jobs.
He hasn't closed them off yet.
I've got like 11 items, and I click on them all individually, and it goes, yep, you've done it. Yep, good job. Yep, you've done it. And I'm like, so I'd like to end the day, please. And he goes, no, you've not closed them all off yet. And I'm like, but you've just told me I have.
So this is adding new jobs.
Fire me. That's what I think.
Well, this is an insight into what happens in our lives when the cameras aren't rolling and we're playing Dungeons and Dragons. Yes, Jared and Laura will be joining us in a little while. Jared is currently eating, Laura is working. So we'll expect her in about an hour, Jared probably in about 10 minutes or so. Depends on how quickly he can get himself set up. But in the meantime, all sorts of things happening. Probably, I don't know. Next week, in terms of announcements, next week we will not be running a regular episode. We will be going dark for that week, but we will be possibly, we haven't discussed this and confirmed it, so it may be up to debate. I don't know.
I'll say, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Eat, Crit, Survive will return on
return the following
a
week.
date later to be arranged.
We'll be back on the 11th of September. We'll be back then. But we may have a one-shot to put on the YouTube channel. I don't know. We haven't decided whether that was happening yet or not.
Put Tom on the spot. Tom, what are we doing? No, we'll decide at some point, and then we'll more likely, I think, maybe record on YouTube rather than stream. But
Because it's easy. Yeah, probably going.
And if Tom decides he doesn't want it on the internet, then we can pull it back.
Put it on there anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, what sort of sick filth do you have planned, Tom?
You just find some royalty-free, funny music, put it behind it, and put it on as a parody.
Yeah. I was thinking one of those 10-hour loops of the same video over and over again. That's what I was thinking. Although there's nothing to say that it won't be a 10-hour session, to be honest. So.
I mean, he's done more.
Not like Tom's last one shows.
Work the next day, so
Okay. So it's not going to be an
8 hours then.
end it soon, end it quickly.
End it soon.
Kill them all. So yeah, so that might happen. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see whether or not we.
What might happen?
No, we have no idea what's going to happen in this. We've got no idea of any context. We just have characters built.
Yep.
And knowing Tom, there's probably going to be some sort of intellectual puzzle that we will solve.
Wait, hold on.
And then we can predict what elements that I'll guess really early on and will be annoying about.
Has Connor got I hope Connor's character's got high intelligence, and we're just like, sorry, only your character can resolve this puzzle.
Deliberately making an idiot so I can play it true to myself.
But to pass through this room, you must take stock of all the items within it.
Oh, I could do that like a flash right now. I name a stock part number and I can just reel them off.
5.
That's not a part!
That you know of.
Hang on.
Every single one starts with 0, 0, 2, 0, 0, 3, 4, and then has another 12-digit number after it.
That's
And
kind
I'm
of like
here now to play Simple Edition. D.
50550050.
Sounds like some sort of thing that could end the world. Luke's like, yep, well done. You just beat D&D. That was the code.
Your one-shot character has the keen mind feat.
Yep. Well, I can go, Tom, didn't you
You're
say
screwed.
that earlier?
Did you? I thought you said you made an idiot.
No, he's saying he's basically any time he needs information, he's going to be like, Tom, I have the key mind feed. Tell me what you said earlier. Tell me what you said 20 minutes ago because I forgot.
Tell me what happened in the last 30
Oh,
years.
and by the way, what time is it and what direction is north?
North is north. Oh dear. So yes, it should be fun. We get to see. I'm excited to see Ross and Laura's characters and how they interact. That'll be fun.
Might be some shenanigans.
Might be.
Sorry, this is you involved.
This is you, and also I'm involved in this. So
Might be.
Leave it at might.
might is almost certain. Okay. Anyway, so if we are ready, gentlemen.
I'm ready.
Right, get back in your fucking
I have a
seat.
wardrobe.
Doesn't want the internet to see his clothes.
Oh,
That's
needs
your
to see my
replay.
collection of shoes.
Big boy shoes.
All of them. They're so tall, Connor. They're so tall.
That's why I buy them.
So,
Back heels.
where we last left off, you, the Wandering Stars, had spent some time under a blanket, apparently.
Hold on, sorry. Before we, how many of us are wearing D&D related clothing?
I mean, I'm wearing Deadpool, so
Ah, I thought we were hitting the.
Hey, Jared.
You got Druid.
Yeah.
I will say that shirt is from one of our friends of the show, Gainty. It's one of their shirts that you can go and check out. And to make this even more adorable, Ross has that shirt, and so does his wife.
We got.
Aw.
We can twin if we want to.
And you have done on a couple of
We
occasions.
have, yeah.
Ross,
Just-
if you have a Druid shirt on, why are you not playing a Druid? You were playing a cleric.
I'm gonna kill you.
What I like about that is that when you first opened that shirt, because I got it for you, was Danny's reaction, why are you wearing my shirt? Because we picked up at the gameplay, UK gameplay, but wasn't it about 2 years ago?
Yes.
Thing. Anyway, hi Jared.
My bag holding behind me. Right, we stalled long enough for Jared to arrive, so we just got to keep stalling for another 40 minutes.
The Laura
and then
comes up.
Laura will arrive, and it will all be good.
Cool. So, when we last
Well,
left
I
off,
tried.
when we last left off, you guys, the Wandering Stars, were wandering through Sorisa, having defeated the Admiral Toil Surge and discovered that you hadn't stopped the bubble from expanding. You flew over to the Grove, had some conversations there, lived near a sinkhole, a few more conversations with the Dock Master and one of the guards. Got the same information about 3 hours later, and decided that you probably weren't going to hang around try and invade Sorisa anymore, because that seems really dangerous. So you went instead to South Peak, where it was also going to be dangerous.
It's going to be dangerous from wherever we went.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's kind of the point of this tier of campaign. There's a lot of static coming from someone.
I can't really hear it.
Well, I can't hear it.
I mean, I can, but only because it's coming through his laptop.
Yeah, interesting. It's gone.
Oh no, I can hear a fan.
Was that?
Fan, or it could be rain. I don't know. Anyway, it seems to have gone.
Well, we'd like to say hi to our fan. Thanks for watching.
Yeah. Hi, John. So yes, so you decided not to go back into Sorisa and instead head over to South Peak, where Asher is vaguely familiar. As you were flying your blimp near the ship, you saw that Sorisa itself had been completely flattened and was being sat upon by a massive mountain giant that cross-legged in the center of town, meditating. As you sort of flew vaguely near the city, or in sort of within a mile or so, you did feel the ship being dragged down as if being pulled by hand. Which caused you to take stock and veer off to go and land somewhere outside of the city. And that is where we pick up with you floating down with Nuala in tow. Not Gundamir this time. Gundamir has been left behind in the Grove. having been gifted his freedom. But you can feel yourself sort of slowly floating down. As you are, Leela says, I just wanted to say, this might not be a good idea, but it might be something we really want to try. It might be something that we should do, but maybe I don't know if it's a good idea or not, because we seem to have really problems deciding where we want to go. But maybe we could go, since we've got this ship that can teleport and flies around everywhere, we can maybe go to see all of the different cities that we go to and see what the forces are like there, and then we can maybe go there and we can see what happens and see whether or not it's best to go one place or the other.
Yes.
So it's a scouting mission.
I understood what she just said.
Ashley and Ping definitely understood because they're mentally connected. Because they're
Well, I really did not. It wrong one.
yes, essentially a scouting mission. Like, yeah, we could struggle in that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we could teleport into each of the different places. We can have a look, and then we can fly away again before they start attacking us, and we can see what the forces are and see what's the best option for us to attack, rather than this one that we think might kill us all. And they all might kill us all. So if we can see what happens, we can maybe ask those questions, and we can have a better idea of what we're doing, gathering the intelligence, maybe.
That is a good idea. That is a good idea. But there is a limit to the information we can gather from the air. As we're here, mate, I'd say we should at least land and scout on the ground so we can compare the amount of information we were able to gather from above compared to what we see at street level or what's left of the streets.
Also, where I agree it's a good idea, there are places where we might be actually more vulnerable in the air, like in the middle of a massive thunderstorm. So maybe some places are not others.
Also,
Perhaps.
if people are going to scout, like on the ground, I might advise that someone, at least one person, stays here piloting the ship in case we need the ship to help get people out. You might have trouble getting out of an area once you get into it.
Wouldn't we need 3 people to stay behind in the ship to make that work?
I believe it's possible for one person to pilot. It's just a little trickier. Or, but it's just a thought. It's just because looking at how rough the ground is out there, I get the feeling that once we go in there, we'll be stuck in there. And an airlift out is probably going to be the only way out.
Pull up the statistics for your blimp, which will have been put in the chat. Where is it in my notes? Yeah, you're right. It can be controlled by one person. It just needs whoever that person is to make an intelligence saving throw. It's how Nuala and Gundamir were able to control the blimp to attack in the previous fight, because they were able to maintain control of it. Where are your ship stats? I believe it was just an intelligence saving throw for whomever is left piloting.
But it's a raised DC, isn't it? It's less people, I think.
DC 15 intelligence saving throw.
Okay.
I presumed Noala was staying behind anyway.
Yes, I wasn't really intending on going into the flare. I thought I'd stay here as a battlefield medic, I guess. Unless you had other plans, we looked over at Asher. So bring me to the nicest places, you know.
Well, not many times you get the opportunity to travel the world. Or,
No, especially
the
after you've had kids. No, the opportunity to travel really goes away.
Yeah, well, here we are. Surprise.
Sorry, Ross, I wasn't aiming at you.
No, no, it wasn't that. It was just the way this conversation was going.
I really hope Asher and Connor aren't the same in relationships in real life.
Insult check.
That would be terrible.
Guess what, Steph? I've booked us tickets to go to Chernobyl, like on the CD series.
And then a 2-week trip to Iraq. Right in the middle of things, living life to the full.
And then we're going to go to Vesuvius and bungee jump off the crater.
Happy anniversary, babe. I've got you this flak jacket.
And for me, the matching AK-47.
Yeah. All blame it right.
Is that to finally sort out the squirrels?
Oh, yeah.
Well, you know when I was outside on my Zoom call, that squirrel ran past me about 4 times in the space.
Yeah. Just does shuttle runs to my potting shed just to fuck it up.
Anyway, sorry. We seem to have diverted off score. Yes, Noir or someone else can take full dominance of the ship and continue to fly. It just means they have to make intelligence saving throw.
Not the only thing she can take full dominance of.
Oh, damn!
Get it out before Laura gets here.
Worse for us, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Why? Because Laura would just make it worse?
Yeah, actually, I just realized what Laura's like. Yeah, okay, fine.
It's just a good job that we're not in the same room as them.
This week.
No, it's just me and Ross in the same room.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I've just noticed what Russ did.
Again.
Yeah.
I'm impressed that the Zoom has not picked up the fact that Ross is wearing a green shirt and has not tried to superimpose.
Yeah, I don't really know. Yeah. I mean, it's obviously, I've normally got a white background, so you can see.
Yeah.
In fact, the giveaway is. It's a
And-
flipping finger.
Yes.
Doesn't really work with it.
No. Small space.
Yes,
Anyway,
that's
we
only-
think we. So, what are you doing?
Yes.
Good.
I thought we were going for the big mountain thingy.
Landing at least going to have a look, say.
How far out of Solrisa are you landing?
Oh, it's a long way, so it's South Peak.
Whoa!
When did that happen?
Teleporting everywhere. Underwater now.
I'd say maybe a couple of miles, because that's how far the Solrisa bubble extended, so maybe that's how far this bubble extends.
Mhm.
Whatever the bubble of tractor beamy gravity, general suckiness.
It's more of a case of on the ground itself, it's like watching tectonic plates shifting.
Oh yeah,
You know,
yeah.
those old videos of the two tectonic plates sliding over each other. It's got that, and it's just sort of jutting over and migrating across.
Yeah, bit outside that.
Yeah, about a foot outside of it. It's fine.
No. So we've got we've got time to go in and get back before it goes past the ship.
Okay. All right. So Nicola is taking over. Yeah, she's fine. Natural 16. So Nicola can take over full dominance of the ship. I will let me know if you need an emergency escape, and I'll try my best.
The signal will be.
Thank you.
You will. I can't really see that from this distance. Don't you quote it. Not give that film any more publicity than it has already.
Yeah, David.
God damn it. Right. So ship lands in a position where you can get off and move.
I presume we're going carefully.
I don't think you will. So, how are you proceeding? What are you doing now that you're there? You can see the tectonic plate movement and the sort of churning. It looks like a very slow tidal wave of Earth that is cresting its way over the land towards you and has churned everything to hell.
Cautiously head into the city.
Would
Okay.
this be a time when we need to all travel stealthily?
It couldn't hurt.
I'm not sure it'll help because didn't someone already say something about having that tremor sense or blind sense or whatever it's called? They'll probably know the second we step. And as I'm saying this, I'm pulling my broom out of my bag because I don't even want to touch the ground around here. So,
Okay. I don't think anyone did say anything about tremor sense or blind sight.
that might have
Well-
been in character.
I think I did, but I can't remember if it was in character or not.
I think I can just cast pass without the trace, just out of the staff anyway, for free.
Oh, you're attuned to that at the minute.
Yeah. Were there any attunement swaps that you did during the rest, just out of interest?
Nay.
Okay. Okay, fine.
I will,
Good to know.
at will it out of the staff.
Okay, pass our traces up. So, if everybody could then please make a stealth check.
Oh, I need to play D&D.
And yeah,
Good stuff.
I also Leela.
Do we get a 10 to this for pass without trace?
Yes, you do.
Good.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Uh-oh. Right,
Oh,
okay.
yeah, roll with disadvantage.
You do roll disadvantage because you're armor.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's not bad, but it obviously wasn't going to be as good as the first one.
Where is It's fun looking through some of these, some of these things and finding various characters that we've created. So I've got Nuala and then got Lander.
Wait.
Opti, randomly.
Worth going via the campaign is probably the quickest route to find out.
Probably is quicker, yeah.
I just name search.
Also. Okay, so Calaton Cruise.
Got me the weapon being on here.
No, it's fine. Yeah,
Okay. Counter 17.
Okay. Cruise?
42. We're on 17. What? I'm on a 17 plus 15.
Yep.
That's another 10.
You've never
Hidden
existed.
from history.
You've never been in the campaign. Neither.
Wait.
Lyra?
I didn't roll very well. Only a 36.
Oh, okay. Family?
18.
Okay. Cedric?
I got a 19.
19. Asher?
8.
Plus 10.
Yeah, -2.
8.
Now what's your modifier?
I did roll a 1.
Just let out a massive burp the second you land.
Presumably that was you rolled with disadvantage because you've got your have you got your armor on? That's the point to clarify.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was I got an 18 and a 1.
Leela got a 22. Kapina?
29.
And what about Fulmar? What do you mean Fulmar?
You mean for I completely forgot about him.
He's flying. He's not touching the ground.
Yeah, no, he's not going to be flying because if he's stealthing, it's not that stealthy to flash away. Well, actually, it's like black dragons, they're knife hunters.
Does he get past without trace?
Yes.
34.
Okay.
A dragon is more dexterity than me. What the f?
We're on 19.
They are night hunters, are black dragons. So
And it's in the day.
alrighty. So as you start making your way and creeping through, everyone's feeling fairly reassured by all this. Apart from the clanking that you hear behind you from after. What is the marching order, please? Cedric presumably has to be somewhere in the middle so that pass up trace can
That's
get
good.
Oh, close to the front.
Okay, which one of you is going to be the front?
Both of us. Or, sorry, all three of us.
What do you see? Colour.
Actually, no. Fulmar will be near the back.
Fulmar will be at the back. I'm going to use Fulmar.
As I
I'm going to use the white base to represent that.
as it
Don't need you. Fulmar is there.
apparently not resting.
Yeah, they don't rest well.
Yeah.
Kapina, Asher.
I should probably go near the front because I know where I'm going.
Yep. So I'll put you there. You're not. It doesn't have to be single file. Like you can just sort of travel in like a wedge.
Yeah, we've got 4 kilometers either side, but we're going to road in a big snake line.
Definitely at the back, as my cowardly self usually does.
Handling.
Towards the front as well.
Okay, so we'll just put you there, and then Leela. We'll put the 2 smaller ones at the back, in front of the dragon. Well, that makes sense. Okay. As you start making your way into the town, there isn't really anyone that you can see that is causing any sort of concern at this point, even with your eyesight, Cedric, sort of looking above everyone, keeping an eye out. There is occasional movements of rocks, which cause you all to sort of flinch, look to the side, but it just appears to be loose shale that is falling on one side. You start getting closer to what will be the outer city limits. You can see where there have been chunks of wall that have been left upstanding, and other sections where it's just been sort of torn apart and smashed with hammers and just brought down. This is not a good feeling for you, Asher, as you've done quite well in Southpeak. And this is not a pleasant situation for you. You've got no idea if any of the friends that you made whilst you were here are still alive.
I'm going to assume not.
Depends on how quickly they're able to evacuate the mines.
They said evaporate.
Yeah, they all evaporated. So as you're all going on, everyone make a perception check for me, please.
Yeah, that's about right.
Keltar Cruz, 4 more.
27.
Okay.
Unnatural 20. And a lot less.
So,
10.
so 27 Keltar,
Yeah.
and that's 20 Cruz. Okay. Lyra?
26.
Okay. Foundling?
12.
Cedric?
29.
Oh, come on!
28.
Did you
Yeah.
crit? Well,
Yes, I critted, and I still can't beat it.
Rolled a 19.
It's got one more.
and Kafina?
9.
Okay.
You're so wise, Cedric.
I see everything.
It's those big doughy eyes that he has.
So Cedric, Asher, and Keltar
And Lyra.
I was going to say, Liv.
No, Lyra's just been excluded.
Go be up.
None as you can see, Cruz is still vanished.
Yeah, no idea where Cruz is. You notice that there is movement on one of these sections of walls that is still upstanding.
When you say movement, what?
So something ducking out. It's too quick for you to really notice, but there was something that was sort of looking, had a very quick glance and then ducked down.
I think we're being watched.
Cruz did not see it.
Wow.
Because
It was 25.
Oh, that's fine.
Where from?
Behind that wall.
I'm gonna bring out the ring
Mhm.
that I normally pull out and just kind of click it, just in case.
Yeah,
Okay.
I will get shield and axe out.
Okay.
Just so I can go. Cool. Whatever he said.
Can we surround the wall? Is it possible to
Yeah, you can do. You
you
can
know,
find out
like,
the wall.
is it just a random wall jutting out in the middle of nowhere a little bit?
It's a section of the main city walls that
Okay.
has been left upstanding. It looks like it was possibly part of a watchtower that was there. The tower itself has been collapsed away, but it's just a fair bit. Also, hi Laura, because apparently you're watching. But there is a section of the tower itself that has fallen away, and then there's the slight section of wall either side. So you could surround it if you wish.
Do we want to try and get the drop on them and go around them?
I don't think we're going to get a drop on anyone. I think, well, on them. I think they've seen it.
Yes, we could circle around and try to get off their escape. I'll take the far side because I'm fast, and I'm going to start heading off.
Okay, you head off.
Chris will go with that.
Okay, Cruz and family just move around to the side.
Can we see as we're moving that little bit closer? Anyways,
What? So you,
seeing what this thing might.
not at the moment, no. From the angle that you're at, either the person is lying flat or has gone inside the wall section. Or
So
the
they're
thing.
smaller than the wall, at least.
It's smaller than the wall, yes.
How tall
Is the wall?
Wall is about
Keep rhyming.
20 feet or so.
Oh,
That's not small.
that's not small or tall. This wall.
Because it's a wall.
Was this wall part of a school?
No, the wall was not part of the school. It was something much cool.
Cruz, you can fly. Could you get up in the air and keep watch from there? And you could also signal when the others are ready and in position to move in.
You can just go and have a look as well if you want.
Up and over.
Okay, you're going up and over.
Yeah, it's right. You're not directly up and over, kind of out and round.
Okay, make a perception check.
There it is. 10. I see everything.
Reliable talent?
Not proficient in, are you?
That's a nice point, actually, I think. I am proficient. Woohoo!
Okay.
18.
18?
No, hang on. Yeah, 18.
Okay, bear with us.
Oh, well, now I wish I'd never reminded him of it.
And I think that's I'm actually in love with you, Matthew. And I've chosen to mute myself in order to declare this love for you.
Wow, Luke, I never thought that this sort of relationship could build between us both. I'm going to unmute now, try and act cool in front of the others.
I sure can't wait until this game ends and we can get back to smooching.
Maybe later you play.
They're all going to really hate us when I unmute this microphone and tell them that a loved one has died in the tower and Ash is going to be very distraught.
I think they actually put us on silent. Maybe they didn't, I don't know.
No.
This isn't for them, Ross. This is for us.
But let's get serious for a moment because
I just wish I knew where they were on the screen because I could pretend to be working them like Muppets.
they're between me. I should have been like, oh.
Yep. Where's everyone today, Ross?
We're back, so
You pair of
And
wankers.
so am I!
well, I just muted you guys so we didn't hear what you were saying after the.
But it will be on the stream.
Yep, which I'm looking forward to because I didn't pay any attention to it.
So I might have to actually watch it afterwards.
No. Which is available every Friday on our YouTube channel at EquitsWide is our Twitter handle. There you go.
Unfortunately, I've got no form of communication.
Yep.
I will fly back
Mhm.
to Foundling.
Okay.
I will say, it looks like it's an elf or something, but they don't look like they're looking for a fight. They're trying to hide.
You were
Right.
muted way too long for that.
Yes. They were too busy announcing their love for each other. That's
You
Definitely.
you stay here and keep watch. I'll run and tell Lyra and ask her to move in and try to be friendly with them.
Sounds like a plan for me.
Okay.
Hop over, Bruce, that's cruel.
Do that for me, sir.
Okay, you rush back.
Back round to Lyra.
Yeah.
Lyra, Chris says he saw what looked like an elf among the wall, and they didn't look as if they were looking for a fight. Could you maybe go up and try to communicate peacefully? Maybe we can get some information from them.
I really want to make it so you think all elves are friends, do you? Joke.
I was thinking exactly the same.
Oh, so you think we all know each other?
Yes, I will try and approach cautiously as a friend.
Okay.
My
Ow.
Do you have any baked treats?
Hello, it is I, your friend, another elf.
Do the traditional
All
elf.
elves know each other.
Do the
Please
traditional.
do not shoot me.
I will take a moment to think of something that might work.
It's me, Lyra, your friend.
The elf that you know.
From the
Remember that
traditional
part
elf.
where all the elves got together?
Ross has only played one lot of D&D this week, hasn't he?
Yeah.
It's I, Lyra, that race of elf that no one has ever heard of.
Yeah,
Realm.
bit weird even for elves. So it's like I could say I sing lowly a song I know from my childhood, but they wouldn't know it.
That's it. Yes, lull them into a false sense of security.
No, you think, yeah, it's because they're a clone, obviously. That's why they don't know any Elvish lullabies.
There I have a belly button.
Yes.
Throw back to me accidentally outing our previous characters. Yeah, well, never mind. Anyway.
I will try and pitch my voice so it carries far enough, but not so loud that it's
You'd like to sing stealthily?
No, I'm not singing.
Yelling.
I'm trying to pitch my voice so that it carries far enough, but isn't yelling so that the whole city can hear.
A stage whisper.
Kind of.
Okay.
Yeah. And I will say in Elvish, we know you're there. We come to aid South Peak. I was going to say we come in peace, but that's a lie.
We come heavily armed.
Okay. You sort of wait for a moment.
I see any movement from
Who?
Cruz.
Is he flying again? Or is he landing?
He's probably gone up slightly, hearing
Okay.
this voice and thinking what the.
There is a slight movement that sort of stirs and.
I will walk forward, keeping my hands in plain view.
Mm-hmm. Asher, hands in plain view.
Yeah, yes, my hands are in plain view. So is my
Right,
great
cool. There's a lingering pause as you sort of step closer, and then the voice says back in Elvish, "I am amazed to find you here, sister."
Oh, this is why the
Dun,
conversation
dun,
is so loud.
dun.
She says in Elvish.
Says in Elvish, yes, responding to you speaking in Elvish.
Fuck, now I've got to find what my sister's name is.
No.
No. It's your brother.
It was a male voice.
The male voice.
Plot twist. He's not dead.
Thinking, how long has it been since Liv being her sister? She's, no longer the sister.
I will stop a moment, and then I will say in Sylvan,
Yep.
sister.
Sorry, what'd you say?
Just say sister.
Well, that's
That's a
what you are, unless something's changed.
Whoa.
As he stands, you watch as he stands and steps out from his hidey hole, dropping the hood and raising his own palms.
Asher, look, it's a bastard! Kill him!
I can understand Sylvan. I'm all right. I can hear the conversation.
You survived.
For now.
By the luck of God, seemingly. I woke up in the earth elemental plane. I don't know how long I was there. I was tending my wounds for a while. Oh, good, you found Mithralis.
I did.
Suits you.
What are your intentions here, Elrion?
Make amends. I'm not here to aid the Order of Balance or Cult of the Void or whatever they call themselves. I thought following them would be a way of saving the Feywild, but I thought that civilians in these places would be given the chance to escape before they were attacked. But I would understand if you wanted to imprison or execute me.
Do I believe him?
Make an insight check.
No, I'm not terribly good at that. But we'll see.
I'll say with advantage because he is your younger brother. And older sisters always seem to have that way, said the person who is the older sibling.
I was just saying.
Ugh.
Modifier is. Although you have got +5 wisdom, so you're okay.
So yeah, that's a 25. I critted.
He is telling the truth. And if I may, I would offer this as recompense. And he unbuckles his belt,
Hang on.
drops it on the ground.
It's so Game of Thrones right now.
And what is the relevance of your belt? This is something a sister should never say to her brother.
Is this like
Is that
and my axe moment and my belt?
It's the thing that gave him a 4 arms.
Titus's bequest. One of the fragments of the Titanomachy. I have no need of it anymore.
I see.
Everything.
Really now. Inside.
Yeah.
But I wish to fight. I have some information I can give you about the troops from this plane.
That's why we're here to find out, not necessarily to attack. We're here to gather information.
Well, the group seems traveling in 5s. The Earth usually takes someone with them that can sense the vibrations from the land. So sneaking around is not usually beneficial. Generally, groups of 5 in their patrols. The strange, deep gnome-like creatures with around pickaxes. They don't like the sunlight though, so there tends to be less of them during the day. But there are usually elementals that wander. Captain of this area is a Dow. The Captain Wall, linked with Shield, and seems to protect him.
Did they appoint a further lieutenant after my friends here managed to defeat
Medusa.
Gorgon?
No, not as far as I know. So there is still a Void Speaker out there somewhere.
Do you know if any word has come from Solrisa?
Not that I'm aware of. I'm hesitant to go too far into the city on my own. I'm not certain of this, but I believe the Evermoving Boulder is well aware of anyone who enters the city limits. Maybe even beyond that.
So, are you going to let anyone else in on these conversations, or are you just going to carry on speaking with Sylvan?
Nice, madam. I know.
We'll start speaking in common.
Mhm.
I think my friends would prefer it, would be more trusting if they could understand everything we were saying.
Very well. I'll start with an apology then. I'm sorry for everything that I've done. On the way back to that encounter in Ralaclaws, caves, the sunken temple of Gaia. Sorry for that. And I'm sorry for what happened in the plane of ice. He looks at Kalatara and Asher.
I just put my hands on Asher and go, I'm holding her back. It's all right.
Oh no. You don't get to apologize to me. You need to apologize to a woman that is all the way over there in a ship for cutting my head off. Because she was very disappointed in me. And when I'm done kicking the shit out of that big piece of rock, I'm going to drag you, still alive, and you're going to say it was an accident. And we're going to brush it all under the rug together.
Inside check.
Make an insight check on Asher. Asher, are you? Well, actually, we'll see what the insight check is.
No, that's truthful.
No, hang on. 24.
Hmm?
Yeah, I mean it.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
I was going to make a very nice burial for you. And it turns out you're just as fucking hard to kill as I am. So welcome aboard. We're going to go and fight the big rock man. Put your belt back on. You look ridiculous.
Someone could pass it to me. It's down there. He's still on the wall. He's just dropped it to the ground.
Does anyone want the weird elf man's belt?
I don't know
I
what
kind of think he's a little bit nerfed without it, you know?
I've got some gauntlets that will help me, make me stronger.
What does the belt do apart from hold trousers at one? That a robe more tightly.
Well, with Kaitis' request, it allows you to gain the benefit of the blessing of the Hecaton Kires, and you grow 2 additional arms, which last until you complete a short or long rest.
Okay.
Which act as a normal arm and can be used to wield tools, weaponry, or a shield. And you have to be not wearing armor or wearing armor that's designed to allow the additional arms. It also gives you it makes you stronger, not quite about the same strength as a hill giant. But whilst the arms are available, they give you advantage on. You're obviously much more able to lift things and be athletic and strong, but it's cumbersome. But you can also make extra attacks with the arms, which helps. But you need to be holding an extra weapon in each, if you wish to.
Unless, of course, you don't use weapons to make your attacks.
You can, if you just punch things, it would also work.
Everyone's looking at Fallon.
You stand there and go,
We'll think about the belt. Do you have a weapon?
Yes, I have this blade. And he pulls it. Just a very sharp longsword and a bow.
and my
I mean, I can use your axe if you want me to.
I mean, I do have a spare hand axe. In fact,
Several.
I have the Giant Slayer battle axe, if you're already good with battle axes.
I can use a battle axe. Let's double checking what rangers are proficient in.
Martial weapon.
Very certain they're proficient in all weapons.
Yep.
Yes. I will take it if that's on offer. It's not my preferred weapon. It's a bit cumbersome for me, a bit dwarfish, but I will use it.
I will. How far away is he from us right now?
So he's like 30 feet up, or 20 feet up. He's still on the wall.
I mean, there's that. Or
He is going to climb down.
how much should I trust him?
I don't think I can answer that question.
No, I'm asking everyone else. Literally.
whatever you think is best.
Hey, he's your brother. I mean, you know, we were hunting him at the beginning. Now he's a friend. I mean, you're cool.
Maybe
I wouldn't say he's particularly trustworthy, but he seems to be mostly out for himself, and that is out of favor with the cults. He seems to be seeking to switch allegiances, but he may betray us just as easily if the balance of power or the favor switches back.
maybe try this, and I will take the trying to remember what it's called.
Fighting blade.
The
Awful
fighting
blade.
sword,
Okay.
and give it to Orion.
It's a fine weapon.
This was a gift from my friend Asher. That means
Please don't cut my head off with it.
you need to treat it with great respect.
Great power, etc.
Becomes a really long sword.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that. I'll need to spend some time with this, I assume.
Yes.
I shall hold on to the belt. Would I need to spend time focusing on this to channel its power?
You would, yes.
I shall just hang on to it for now.
Very well. So you
Plus 2 belt of holding. Your pants.
So you will attune to the. If you're spending half an hour just sort of sitting here whilst he attunes to items, you're going to.
I wasn't going to just sitting here for half an hour.
I mean, it's probably the safest place. We're not fighting anything right now.
I mean, Orion has to attune to it in order to be able to use it. Use the Bison Blade and actually have some strength. Because normally he isn't strong. Well, it's a finesse weapon, so it's not so bad.
Are we waiting here for a bit then?
Might as well.
I suppose we could see if anything comes to us. We have this tower to keep watch from.
Yes. Let's pause here for a minute.
Don't climb up into the tower if you wish and sort of shelter there.
I will watch.
Okay, make a perception check. Which one of you is keeping watch?
All 3 of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
It seems like our event. There's a
Shows
choice
them.
of 10.
Aha. Is it a starter of 1?
Yes.
Okay. Kelazar sits
Could have done it with Cruz.
and folds his arms and is sort of looking out.
There's some dirt in the eyes.
Fucking dust everywhere. Jesus. Eyes are streaming. By the end of sort of the short rest, he turns around and goes, "Yeah, no, nothing." His just eyes are red. He's constantly been rubbing them. Not a good sign.
Okay.
Really
I
emotional.
will- I will unattune from the hidden depths and attune to the Cocytus belt or bequest or whatever.
Okay. Does anyone wish to attune to the hidden depths whilst we're at it? Also taking
That's the one that lets you cast Armor of Agathis.
Yes.
Yeah, and makes you proficient in investigation.
I'm already wearing armor.
I mean, if no one else wants it, I'll give it to Leela.
Yeah, Lily can
It's-
have it.
Armor. It's amulet.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it gives you temporary hit points rather than armor.
I mean, I know.
I know. More hit points. Asher doesn't need those. I can give her the hit. No, just give it to Leela.
Yeah, let her have it.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Because now she's an artificer, she can have a lot of attunements. All of the attunements.
Oh, she's turned into a real artificer, has she?
Yeah, we got sort of bored of not having it on D&D Beyond and having to update the character sheet with every level up, so it's just easier to give her the. Well, actually, now that's a problem because it's an amulet, and she has an amulet. So the amulet of health, so no, she can't use it. So never mind.
I mean, I'll trade her for the ring if she can't use it.
What ring is that?
Spell turning.
Did you not leave that behind? I feel like you gave that to someone.
Yeah, but
You gave that to other Cedric.
Oh, I
Actually,
did.
that's a good point. You have still got other Cedric with you, so I should have made you roll two stealth checks. Then, but never mind.
That's who I thought I gave it to Leela, but then I was like, oh, it's still on my list. Maybe I didn't. So yeah.
Did
you with disadvantage?
Does that Cedric have? I mean, it doesn't matter anymore. I forgot about it, so it's fine. So have you got a separate Cedric? Is this Cedric coming on this mission, or did you leave him behind on the ship?
I mean, we didn't bring him. I think he's mostly a backup healer / steer the ship person.
Okay, so he's
We've left two extremely powerful healers on the ship.
Yes, for our scouting mission.
Yeah, of course. Okay, so Leela doesn't have the hidden depth, but if anyone does want it, it's available.
I like each of my 3 items.
I don't
Okay.
need it.
In which case, keep it in your inventory, family. We'll deal with it another time. All right. So, short rest completed. Orion suitably attuned up with his various items, ready to go. He stands up and says, so what's next? What are we planning on doing?
It's just a simple scouting mission, really.
We're attempting to reach the giant creature at the center of the city, but we are not being foolhardy. If we encounter resistance that is too great, we intend to fall back.
Can I just have a little view in on his reasoning? Not reasoning for asking, because I know why he's asking, because obviously he wants to know. But like, is he asking because he's about to go tell someone else what we're up to? Is my question.
Oh, I see. He wants to see whether or not Orion has.
A legitimate reason for asking why we're doing it, or whether he's secretly spying for someone else.
I would say make an insight check. You may not get much, but you can make an insight check.
24.
Okay. Seems to be fairly plain in his speaking.
Okay.
It is a matter of curiosity about what's happening next.
Okay. Sorry, I cut you off, Fee.
Yeah, sorry. Orion, you said you were in the Earth Elemental Plane. Did you see this giant, the one in the center, before you came here?
No, he seems to have been encased within the mountain that South Peak is named for, which that has an overlap with the elemental plane of Earth. So I think he was just sort of encased in that area.
Okay, well, you said you observed, I believe, the other soldiers, and they were Earth Elementals too, correct?
Some of them, yes.
Did you perhaps pick up on any weaknesses, or do you know any weaknesses of Earth Elementals?
Yes, I do, as it happens. I know that most Earth Elementals are susceptible to thunder. Sound disrupts them, breaks apart the Earth quite readily. Poison does nothing to them. They obviously can't be petrified, they're made of stone. Paralysis, poison. They're very good at detecting things out to a certain range through the Earth, and they can burrow through non-magical and unworked earth and stone. Which may explain why the terrain has been chewed up as much as it has to get rid of as much worked stone as they can. That helps.
Yes, thank you.
To be clear, is the massive giant we can see not the ever-moving boulder?
No, he is.
Did you not meet him before in your journeys for the Order?
He's the one that I didn't meet face to face that often. I sort of spoke through his captain. if only because of his particular location for appearance. It took him a little while to ingratiate himself within the mountain of South Peak itself.
What can you tell us about Wall and Shield?
Wall is a Dao. He is very adept with a hammer and can certainly move through stone. As far as I understand it, they are quite strong, not as strong as perhaps some of the other Jinn and other islands, but they are sturdy at least. Generally fights with a maul or punches you in the face, often as not. Shield is a construct with some semblance of intelligence that has been implanted within it, but is linked to Wall as a line of defense, shall we say. They have there's an amulet that Wall wears that transfers some of the energy of some of any damage that's taken, transferred across. Ah!
Hey,
Nobody move.
Leave!
Vision's based on movement.
Where's Ross? Where is he?
Who's at Luke's? Can't you tell?
Hey, Laura.
Hey.
Hello.
Sorry, I just ran here. So I'm a little bit tired.
But as far as anything else, that's the main information I know of them.
What is, other than a construct, what is Shield?
I'm not familiar with the making aspect of it. I will say Kalatar and Kafina can make arcana checks on this one, see if they know. And it was a particular study of interest for the two of them. Drop away again. What? Again? Wow.
I turned it Tom!
You have.
That's 28.
Okay. This sounds like a shield guardian.
Okay, yeah.
Didn't we already throw one of those off a cliff?
That was last campaign. I think. Actually, no, it was this campaign. You're right.
No, it wasn't. It was
Yeah.
this one.
What's this
The
campaign? You
elephant
threw it
tower.
off the top of the
yes.
top of the cliff on the Brady.
Yeah.
Yes, I know.
off the top of the Duragar castle.
Yeah, which is now yours.
I saw it. I came. I took it.
Right, is anyone going to catch me up, or is this going to be a surprise?
Basically, you said your thing, and we kind of ignored it.
Great! I'm so glad I have such an influence on you all.
And now we've found Ulvion, who turns out wasn't blown up by that big void dragon.
Wow, it's a big surprise.
Yeah.
Unless you see a body, don't believe it.
But he's kind of joined us now, so we're not sure how much we trust him.
And he took his belt off. That's pretty much it so far.
And Asher, once we've finished with this, Asher is taking him back to her missus to say it's all his fault. He slipped.
I'm sorry.
I want a more sincere apology than I'm sorry. You're not Cedric. You can't get away with saying that.
Weirdly, that is Cedric at his most sincere.
Yeah, that's what I said. Cedric. Everyone will go, oh, okay. Him, no. More.
Give me more apology, Darren.
So that's pretty much it. And then you just sort of have some tuning being done.
Oh, you have a fragment of the Titanomachy now.
No, she doesn't.
No.
No, you don't, because you have another amulet. You could have had a really cool item, but you probably would have died if you'd have took that off.
Let's
Yeah.
take a look at what you could have won.
Always certain death.
Okay.
Can Luke, can you remind us, like, you don't have to give us extra info, but do you remember all the abilities we witnessed from the Shield Guardian? Because I can't remember if that healing, self-heal ability it had was because of equipment at war, or because shield guardians just automatically repair themselves? I
With
can't.
that arcana check, you do know that is part of their protective nature is that they do recover so that they can survive longer in combat to protect their masters.
Right. So yeah, we kind of need to focus him down so he gets down quickly. Then. Not my specialty. Asher.
Tried to throw the other one off a cliff. It didn't really do that much.
She's got
The last Laura away, it kicked her out.
Sorry. How much damage?
This is Sparta.
How much damage did Asher deal in one blow to Gaeon? How much was that again? Sorry, do we want to remember how large that number was? I think it was like close to 100 damage or something. Like...
Oh, I regularly do over 100 damage. Is that an impressive number for you?
not in one hit.
No, not in one hit.
I can drop my largest spell with like all my power-ups and everything. Couldn't do that much damage on a good day. So,
Unless, of course, the thing has vulnerability to thunder.
weirdly enough, I don't have that many thunder spells. They're mostly lightning. So, yeah.
But they all come packaged in.
Reach into the apparatus and see what happens.
The apparatus as well, I double checked. I was like, oh, Luke allowed me to change it. No, it changes anything to lightning, but it can't change it to lightning or thunder. It's just lightning. So, yeah.
Yeah, fireball with thunder damage is fun.
Didn't we have a staff of thunder and lightning?
Last campaign.
No, you pick one up this campaign. No one's used it.
Yeah. We've got a staff of thunder and lightning. I'm just saying.
Was that part of the Dragon's Horde?
Yes.
So as long
With that,
Sugar Daddy doesn't mind us still having it. Anyway, what are we doing now?
Levi asked that question about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, welcome to the group. We're going to
Yeah.
ask it 3 more times before we have something.
Carrying on towards.
So,
the
what are we doing?
Carry on towards the ever-moving boulder and see what sort of resistance we meet.
what do we
Okay.
do?
That's what we're doing.
All right, so that plan has been put in place. So, what is? Yep. Because I'm just going to get on with it. And the first thing that said that's what's happening. So,
The part is now named Foundling and Co.
It's railroading us.
He's railroading us.
So, as you emerge from the tower, what is the marching order, please?
Oh, Ulrion's going in front where we can keep an eye on that bastard.
I'll go with me at the front as well.
No, it's all just behind.
I'll be in the middle and I will cast Pass Without a Trace again.
Okay.
I'll go along with Kelatar.
So we've got Kelatar and Foundling second, behind Ulrion and there, and we've got you there. Where's Cruz going?
Near the middle.
I got the Cruz next to Cedric. Leela, Kafina, Asher. To the back for Leela. Okay.
Maybe got back.
Back. Asher.
I'll go just in front of them. Then.
All right.
Full one just behind them.
Okay. So in which case, everybody make a stealth check, please. Now to make
Worse than the last one.
Hold on. As you're doing this, be aware that this entire area, now you're walking within inside the city limits, it is difficult terrain. So you are moving very slowly.
Unless you're Orion or Lyra.
Yes, but you have to move at the slowest speed of the group.
We've got past without a trace.
How fast does Leela move?
You've also got 2 other people who are flying right now, so...
Who's the other one that's flying? The dragon and you?
No, Cruz. I forgot the dragon, but I assume Cruz would fly if it's difficult terrain.
I mean, he hasn't said it, so no. Also irrelevant, it does mean that your walking speed essentially is 10 feet, because Cruz has got a slow walking speed. So, you've got a walking speed of 20. Well, you've got a fly speed of 50, you've got a walking speed of 20.
Does he have the...
Oh, you're moving at 10 feet. So yeah, stealth check everyone with the +10 from Pass Without Trace. Stealth check here. +10,
Initiative.
+10, Pass Without Trace.
Initiative, yeah, right.
Roll a d20 and add 5. Roll a d20 and add 5. Initiative, right? No!
Initiative, yeah. So just
Yeah.
straight stealth check.
Stealth check plus 10.
Oh, okay.
Pass without a trace.
Someone get her a coffee.
Doesn't drink coffee.
Tea?
I need summit. I don't know what.
Vodka.
Hey,
Gin.
Gin.
She's a gin girl. Keltar Cruz.
hey, I'm on Jed.
16 for Kelitar. Thank the Lord for passing out a trace, because I rolled a 2.
Cedric, you are now the Lord for casting Pass Without a Trace.
Excellent.
Lord with a lowercase L rather than capital.
Yes.
Bruce. Oh, I'm wrong. Okay, it doesn't matter.
Some.
43.
Okay. That's a swing. Full mark.
Plus 5. Damn too many characters on strange different places.
Looks like you probably
I know, right?
different tabs.
23.
23. Okay. Lyra.
42.
Okay. Roll for Orion. Okay. 15 plus, yeah. Okay. 25 for Orion. Family.
29.
Cedric.
29.
Asher.
17.
B.
20.
Leela.
A natural 20.
Nice. Okay. So you make your way through the village, or through the city, keeping yourselves low, moving very slowly, even with Kafina sort of hovering. But you're having to move in time with Bruce, who's not very used to being on land. As you're walking through, sort of making your way through different places, moving close towards the docks, which is where the Evermoving Boulder seems to have set up his seat. Asher, you giving subtle guidance as to where people to go. You sort of recognize some of the streets, or at least the layouts of the streets, if not the buildings. You sort of recognize the tavern where your adventure with Vesset first started.
Where it all began.
Where the building itself is completely flattened. It's just a broken tavern sign that is just no, it's on the ground, just completely destroyed. You just sort of see the bottom half of it, and you just go, but you continue on, seemingly unmolested. You start getting closer, and you can start smelling that sea air sort of coming through. But it's sea air mixed with that smell of dust after rain. It's a weird combination of that
Petrichor.
petrichor. Yes, I was getting there.
Beat it.
Petrichor and salt air, which is an interesting flavour to have. But you keep progressing, and you eventually can. It's impossible to go through the city without seeing the Evermoving Boulder, who is currently static, because everything is just flat. It's very, you're moving into a position so that you're not in his direct line of sight. And it doesn't appear to be bothering him in any particular manner. You start closing, you're in maybe 100 to 150 feet or so of him. Do you continue?
We're pretty close to this thing.
About 100, 150 feet.
Is he doing anything other than just sitting on the ground?
No, just sitting on the ground. From this distance, hard to tell what they're doing, but it seems to be cross-legged.
Bruce is going to go up maybe 5 feet, 10 feet,
Okay.
just be off the floor, just
Floats.
because he's receptive to know that he's basically holding everyone off
Yeah,
whilst kind of still stealthing.
Yeah. not much faster, but it helps.
So,
We're getting close, and we haven't met any resistance. Shall we strike? We seem to have a chance.
I think this could be a trap. I mean, think about it. They probably know we're already here. He's probably got his people surrounding us right now, so that we'll have no retreat. I'm really freaked out that we haven't seen these forces that Orion knows are here.
Orion says, that's because they're not good at night. They're daytime. They are mostly night creatures.
Good to know.
So if tried now, they would be very disadvantaged.
Then this seems like a good chance. I say we strike. What do the rest of you say?
charge.
Is anyone else getting the idea? It's like from the ever-moving boulders point and just be little, just little things running.
Tiny
forward.
things just like. I feel uneasy about attacking, but it does seem like a good moment to do it.
Charge.
Loving the enthusiasm there.
That's Lyra trying to be stealthy.
No, I think that was the enthusiasm of Lyra.
Okay.
Oh no.
Let's strike, but sneak as close as we can before charging. We should save the charge for when it seems to have noticed us.
Would anyone like to cast anything or do anything before we do something incredibly stupid and brave?
Good to have got other Cedric to have cast some spells on us before we walked across here, but never mind.
We can always go back.
Yeah, I kind of think we should, and then come back literally straight after, because that'd be great. Well, I could cast freedom of movement on a few of us, but other Cedric could also cast them. And then there would be no penalties for all of this rubble on the ground.
Sorry, quick one, Luke. What time of day is it, and how long did it take us to get this far in?
To get this far in, it's taken you maybe an hour and a half.
And
time of day is about noon.
So we'd be back at 3, basically. It'd still be daylight. So if we went back, basically, if we doubled back, theoretically.
Personally, I don't think, I'm just completely out of character, I don't think we've got a chance of going back. I think as soon as we start going kind of back out the city, we'll suddenly find something near us.
Almost as if some evil being above us is determining our fates.
Sorry.
My job. So this is why I'm here.
I can cast it on a few of us, and then I will just get in and I will fight something. Obviously, those who fly don't need it on them.
Neither do Orion or myself.
Then that's not very. I'm probably not going to use that many spell slots then.
I can fly if needed.
Who has the broom? So then it's only me, Foundling, and Leela?
Kelatar?
As a dragon.
Well, dragon.
As a dragon.
Oh. Yes, you 3.
Ulrion?
He doesn't need it, apparently.
So I'm trained the same way as my sister.
Sure. Are we going for it? We're going for it.
Yeah.
Okay, I will cast. I use 4 4th levels. No, I use 3 4th level slots. That's the word I'm trying to get. To cast freedom of movement.
I'd also like to pop mage armor on myself.
Mage armor on yourself. I mean, roll for it because technically you have to.
Oh fucking hell!
I can't fail. Again, double 1 would be the only way to fail it. But yeah,
They put ones on the dice for a reason, Jared.
I rolled a 17. I'm fine.
There you go. All right.
Someone's expecting me just to explode as I go off to cast a spell on myself.
Gonna light a nice, relaxing candle to die to.
So, spell cast, sort of hiding behind the rubble that you are hiding behind. How are you planning on approaching this? You can see sort of down the main street where the Evermoving Boulder is sat. Are you moving in as a unit? Or are you going around separately? What's going on?
Sneakily as we can, I think, was my suggestion anyway. At least till it notices us and starts trying to kill us.
I agree.
Okay. So you start getting closer, sneaking ever closer.
Can you tell me?
100 feet.
Can you tell me when we're 60 feet out?
You're 100 feet at this point. Still continuing.
Does it look like he's noticed us?
Make an insight check.
Can we fan out a little bit?
Inside a rock.
Can if you wish. How far do you want to fan out from each other? What do you want to do? I'll tell you what. We will take a break there, and I will put the battle camera on so that we can have a look and we can sort ourselves out. And then we'll go into this and work it out from there. So we'll take a break now, and then we'll come back, let you guys figure out where you're going to be. Sound good?
Okay.
All right. See you in a little bit, guys. And we're back. So, the rest of you have gathered yourselves into the general position. Those of you that have moved out of the range of Cedric's 30 feet, which I believe is Cruz, Kalatar, have you just isolated yourself again?
I just realised that Cruz is completely on his own again.
Yeah, so for Fulmar Foundling and for Cruz, actually, no, Cruz is still within that 30 foot. Handy. So, yeah, just Fulmar and Foundling, please.
So I don't have to reroll for Cruz.
No, Cruz is still within the pass without a trace range. Although he has, I'd say reroll it for Cruz just because he's changed from walking to flying.
Oh no.
Family?
23.
Okay. Killata?
Fulmar
even.
22
Okay.
for Fulmar.
Cruz? With the plus 10. Many.
35.
Okay.
I rolled a 7.
Okay. So you're starting to encroach now. Getting closer. As you get to the point of getting in within 60 feet, the eyes, what?
How long have we been going for? Because if it's been longer than an hour, Kalatar would have re-clicked the thinking.
It's been longer than an hour. So it's back on. So you're fine. You can understand.
Just
There is a movement from the ever-moving boulder as the eyes open. This sort of burning, what sort of magma-coloured eyes that just look down at each of you. I'm going to roll initiative.
Oh,
Charge!
now charge.
Yay!
Ooh.
roll with advantage, get 2 11s.
Okay, 1. If that's the same number, that may not be good. Okay.
So 25 and above.
Sorry, was that initiative? I didn't hear you say it. Sorry.
I did say roll initiative.
And there was charge.
No, he said roll a d20 and add 5.
In your mind, those are the same thing. 25 and above.
Probably Lyra in a moment.
Wrong.
Oh.
Nope.
25 to 20.
Oh dear lord. 22 for Cruz.
Oh, uh-oh. 22.
21 for Kalatar.
Yeah.
20 Lyra.
What?
20 for Lyra, that was.
What was for Lyra?
20.
Okay.
Also 20.
Ooh.
So it'll be Lyra, then Asher, and then there, and there. And then Fulmar is essentially has his own initiative, but he's in the same queue. 2015.
17 for Fulmar.
Okay.
I effectively rolled. I rolled a 17 with each of my characters, effectively. Two 17s on the dice, and then actual 17s for Fulmar.
15 to 10.
14.
13.
15.
Lever. What was yours, Jared?
13.
And yours was a what, Cedric?
15.
15.
1 5.
1 5.
And I tried to hold my hands up and then realised they disappear. It's quite simple to look. It's 1 and 5. Can you not? Is that not obvious?
Those go. So many things. That. And family?
6. Mind, I knew we were going to combat, so it's all a 1.
That's why you cheered. That's...
Isn't it still a what do you call it, recon mission?
Yeah.
Well,
No, not a scouting mission anymore.
Nope. No.
Aggressive negotiations.
So, it can be. You can see what happens. Bruce, you're up first.
Right, let's just make this aggressive trail. How far away am I? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh, yeah, plenty. I will fly in.
Okay.
I don't need to use any dash. I will just fly in, and I will make my 2 attacks.
Go for it. Make your attack rolls.
Those. First attack. Ooh, okay, maybe. Other attack. Again. That spear. So 24 hits and a 28.
Both hit. No sneak attack.
Nope. So D6, D8, a D4, and D8.
I'm also going to say that although he is still technically sat down, he is not considered prone because he's that massive.
Ooh, 2 eggs with you.
I'm gonna need more D8s.
37, okay.
Points off the mark from both attacks. And then I will cry because I'm in the face of a big monster.
Where were you positioning yourself? Were you coming into this corner to sort of do this stand, or were you
Yeah,
getting into his space, or what were you
No,
doing?
just going on the straight line corner.
Okay. Right, so you come in, you take 2 jabs with one jab with the spear, one with the dagger, and you sort of stay relatively close range to him. At the end of your turn, he's going to use a legendary action to punch you in the face.
That's there. I would expect nothing less.
So it is. Where is his legendary actions? There it is. Actually, no, he doesn't have that one. But he is going to do grasping soil. So I need 4 Asher, Cedric, and Lyra to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. That's what I like.
18.
Fail. So as you, so that's one failure. Lyra,
23.
that's a success, and Cedric.
8.
8. Okay, so Cedric and Asher, suddenly the soil that is around you bulges up and wraps around the pair of you, restraining you, holding you in place.
We are not
Lyra,
restrained because we both have freedom of movement cast on us.
There you go. It surrounds you anyway, but it doesn't bother you. It doesn't grasp you. You can just easily move away from it. Nice. So that will end the legendary action. Filter.
Yeah.
You can decide what you're doing in your life.
I am going to stay on the back of my dragon.
Yes.
And I'm going to attempt to cast Chromatic Orb.
Magic orb. Go for it. Make your attack roll. Yeah.
You can guess I don't hit with a 17.
17 misses, yes.
Thought it would, and I shall use one of my.
Which spell slot were you using?
One of my ordinary
Okay. First level.
hardy spell slots.
Okay. I was looking for my big template. I can't remember where I put it. It's probably in the box somewhere, but I can get it.
And I will then keep Fulmar or lift Fulmar slightly further into the air.
Okay.
Just keep him off the ground.
Things. Let's have that. Oh, is Fulmar going?
15 feet.
Okay. He's dead.
How far away am I, sorry? With Fulmar.
With Fulmar, that way, should be more there. About 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, about 30 feet.
What from him?
Mm-hmm.
Can I use his passage break?
Yes, you can.
I will do that.
Dex save, yes.
Yeah, please.
1.
Damn! I didn't actually expect that to work. Hang on.
It is 5 squares, 5 feet squares, isn't it?
Yes.
He takes 51 points of acid.
Okay.
Now,
So as Fulmar rings back and spits the acid out, it runs over the body just so you're.
oh, okay. Cool.
Anything else?
Health no.
Okay. That brings us to his turn. And he's going to stand up and is going to. As he stands up, the earth that is surrounding Asher and Cedric that was useless falls away. Makes no difference upon him. But is going to reach back into his chest and then thrust out, throwing this barrage of boulders as a boulder spray. So I need from there. So that's going to be position of that. Yeah, it's going to catch that. Go that way. So it would expand else. So that would catch Fulmar's Kalatar. So I need 4. Fulmar, Kalatar, Foundling, Lyra, Orion, Asher, and Cedric to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Orion gets a +5.
As does Cedric.
Oh, nice.
Save for Orion. He does all right.
I knew
It was deck save, you said, wasn't it?
Yes, dexterity saving throw.
I knew there was a connection between my main character and his dragon.
Are they all the same number?
Yeah.
Is it not good?
No, very much not.
So, what damage do I need to roll on this one? Refresh it there. There it is. Fulmar,
7.
fail. Kalatar,
9.
fail. Foundling,
29.
success. Lyra,
I hope so.
25.
that's a success. Orion also succeeded. Asher,
22.
22 just succeeds.
That is literally one off my highest. So I had to roll a 19 to save any of this.
Cedric,
23.
23 for success. So, Fulmar and Kalatar,
Yeah.
you take 83 points of bludgeoning damage,
Hang on.
and you are knocked prone and restrained.
Damn, hang on.
Slam.
8.
And neither of you have freedom of movement on you.
No, because I didn't need it because I was on dragon.
Yep. Foundling, you dodge out the way, take no damage. But for Lyra, Asher, Orion, and Cedric, you each take 42 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Orion's looking real rough.
I mean, I'm not looking too peachy.
Orion is.
Should have kept the belt.
Does he not have a shield?
Orion. He hasn't. He had his animated shield. Actually, that's a good point. Yes, he has an animated shield. So actually, he would have taken no damage from that. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah.
Because he has that. He has the shield master feat. Because it wasn't. I looked at his stats. Yeah, no, he's got the shield on, so he's going to use his reaction to take 2 damage. What a very kind sister you are, looking out for your younger brother.
Yeah. On another note, ouch.
Yes. All right, so that ends his turn. Now that the dragon does, actually, he's going to move over this way so that there is at least someone in his way. In the form of 20. Actually, no, he's going to move a little bit closer to you lot. He's feeling generous. Which does reveal to you, Cruz, this sort of it looks like he's wearing plate mail of some description of this sort of golem that is just sort of standing there in position, just been standing behind him.
Oh, okay.
But that will end his turn, bringing us to Lyra.
Okay. As a bonus action, I will cast Hunter's Mark through the Hunter's Prospect.
His mark is cast upon him.
Then I will draw Mithralis.
Yep.
And I will approach.
Yes.
And I will make 2 attacks.
Perfect. Make your 2 attacks.
So unnatural 20.
Just hits.
Okay. That's a 10. That's not the right thing. For 19 points of damage.
Okay, 19 points of damage.
And then I will teleport 10 feet round him, because why the hell not?
Mm-hmm.
And make another attack.
Okay.
For that's a 24 to hit.
That hits.
That's better. 22 points of damage.
Okay. 22?
Yes, a D8 plus a D6 plus 9.
Yeah, because yeah. Powerful weapon.
And dueling is a powerful ability.
It is, yes. So it was 26, did you say damage?
Sorry?
How much damage did you say? 26? 22.
22. People seem to think it doesn't work if you're using a shield. They need to read the rules better.
Yeah.
And that will end my turn.
All right, Asher. As you watch Lyra jump in and slash with her long sword.
Can I see the fellow on the left?
Which fellow on the left?
The
Oh, this
shield
guy?
guardian.
Shield guardian. Yeah, you can see him through the legs.
What can you point to him?
Your finger is just off.
Yeah.
Here.
Oh right, he's that one. Right. Okay.
Just off camera shot. There you go. Yellow semicircle.
Yeah, I see him now. I will just go in for 2 regular attacks on Big Stony Boy.
Okay.
There's my D20 gone. I've got all these
Sorry,
dice ready to.
Who's the guy at the back?
That is the shield
Shield
guardian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it's going to be. So, I think it's attached to him, which is crazy. I will go for a Great Weapon Master attack.
Okay. So -5 to hit, but plus 10 damage.
Yeah, 19 on the dice, so I think that hits. So yeah, that's 31, 20, yeah. So
You need a +1.
You adding anything to this, or are you just doing regular damage?
41, no spells or anything attached to it.
41?
Yeah, I have my wings out.
That's
Give me
so. Did you add a smite?
No.
So you got the +10, and your strength is.
Oh, I haven't added a modifier onto that either.
What the hell?
What'd you roll?
So I got a 6, 2 6s and a 5.
Yeah, on the D6.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then I'm adding +10 from Shatterfang,
27.
plus
yeah,
10 from Great Weapon Master,
Yeah.
and then +14 from my wings.
Where have you got 3? Where you got 3d6 from?
2d6
Did
from
you
my
roll-
great sword.
Yeah,
I got and a 6 from my improved divine smite,
that's where.
so I
it is.
get the 1 extra d8.
Okay, so how much damage was it? 40.
Hang on.
4.
Hang on.
So 6,
Fun.
12, plus 5, plus 10 from Shatterfang,
27.
plus 10 from Great Weapon Master,
37.
plus 14 from my wings.
51.
Okay. So 51 points.
Oi!
And then I'll hit it again.
Well, this is going to
Apology.
make my turn. look really
21.
How much? 21. To
21
hit.
20, yeah, to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Connor,
You-
do you need Steve's talking dice?
As you bring the rent across into his foot, you
Yeah.
see Bruce a rent appear on the Shield Guardian.
What is a rent, please?
A 10.
Right.
And
See a
then
rent boy walk out from the Shield Guardian.
Let's just warn him up here.
14, 28, 38, 48 on the second hit.
48 points of damage. Nice. So that's down to 24.
Is it okay with both hits or just
Yes, does this one as well.
Yeah, 48 points of damage.
So the second one you cut into it with Shatterfang, you feel it giving the resistance, but you see it cut through this Shield Guardian.
That's why I didn't smite it. I use what? 5, 10, 15. Can I try and use the rest of my movement to stay in melee with the Evermoving Boulder, but try and make my way round to the Shield Guardian?
You can. You
I
can
I have 40 feet, so a little bit more.
there.
Yes, please.
Okay. Anything else? Are you done?
I'm done.
And if he, end of your turn, he's going to use his roar. You hear a tremendous growl erupt. I need everyone who's within 20 feet. So that is Foundling, Calatar, Lyra, Cruz, Asher, Cedric, and Orion to make Constitution saving throws. Well, fell just outside the range.
yes.
Con save, yes.
Oh dear.
What's my next? Ew. Ew.
So who's rolled? What's up with Lyra?
21.
21, you're fine. So you take, as the energy, the sort of raw rings in your ears, you take 9 points of thunder damage, but you are, you managed
Oh.
to take that.
I've taken thunder damage.
Yes.
I will cast Absorb Elements.
Okay. You take 5 points of thunder damage. Asher,
27.
you take 9 points of thunder damage. Cruz,
7.
you take 18 points of thunder damage and you're knocked prone.
Your character's not having a good time.
No.
Cedric,
21.
you just succeeded. You take 9 points of thunder damage, and also Lyra make a Constitution saving throw DC 10. I'm sure you'll be fine with this, but do it. Foundling?
7.
13.
13. Okay, you're fine. So you take 18 points of thunder damage, and you're not thrown, Foundling. Keltar?
11.
18 points of thunder
I
damage.
will also cast a Draw Element.
Okay. You're also prone and restrained anyway, so it doesn't really make too much
No,
difference.
that's fine, but I only take 9 rather than 18.
Correct. All right. Anything else?
I've become Tesco.
Anything else? That's actually the last turn. Those are just legendary actions. So, count 20. Lair action occurs.
Wow.
Yeah, everyone. There's a lot of people that end up on 20 and 21. So now we're at the lair action. No one's flying, so yeah, okay, we're going to go that one. There is dust, grit, and pebbles in a 20-foot radius around the. Actually, I'm going to say here. Oh, I've got to roll on. No. Yeah, both. And 18 points of damage to Orion. Damage. So I need 4 Leela, Kafina, Cedric, and Orion to make Constitution saving throws, please. Whoops. So
I think it's okay.
Cedric,
22.
you're fine. Leela,
19.
19, you're fine. Kafina,
18?
just succeeds. Orion failed. He cannot see. He is now blind. Till the end of his next turn. I rolled a 1. It's now his turn. So he's going to stand up. And has nothing that he can really do. His animated shield is floating around in front of him. He is going to hold his action to cast. He'll hold his action to cast haste on Asher when he can see her.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I got you, bro. It's not high enough spellcast to do it, so cast haste. At the end of his turn, he can now see. Asher, you are now hasted. You feel this sudden burst of energy surround you. So your armor class increases by 2 as advanced on dexterity saving throws. Your speed doubled. You can make an extra attack. Haste.
Good stuff.
Yeah, good thing.
That should be banned to be cast on people like me.
People like you. All right, that ends Orion's turn. It would be Fulmar. Actually, Fulmar has his own. No, he's used his turn. He's used your initiative. The fact that he's now prone and restrained is irrelevant, but he's used his action on your turn.
That's fine.
That brings us to these guys. As rising up from the ground behind Leela and Kafina.
Basically.
Oh, Jesus, 1 each. Great.
Rise 2 earth-clad humanoids, but each of them seem to have metal plates implanted into their skin, much like the water elemental myrmidons you came across before. These appear to be earth elemental myrmidons. They both get to make 2 more attacks against each of you. They are both going to use their strike. No, they'll just use 2 more attacks. No, screw it, Thunder Strike. They're both going to do a Thunder Strike against you. So against Leela, that is a 22 to hit.
Jesus. Yes.
So that is 10 points of bludgeoning damage. And an additional 12 points of thunder damage, so 22 total. And I need you to make a strength saving throw, please.
22 total damage.
Yes. I need to make a strength saving throw against Kafina. The attack is a 19 to hit.
Oh, if my AC matches, I'm all good, aren't I?
No, equal beats it.
I guess that hits me then.
Cross isn't 19 at the moment, is it?
No, it's 14, and I can cast.
Oh,
like,
okay.
10 shield.
So you take 11 points of thunder damage, and
Have you already have that? Because I'm resistant.
no, because I've got any resistance. So you take 6 points of thunder damage,
Mhm.
and 12 points of bludgeoning damage. So 18 total.
Yeah.
And you need to make a strength saving throw as well, please. Laura, what did you roll for your strength save?
11.
11. You are not prone.
Woo.
As the maul just comes in and whack, smacks you as they're coming out of the ground. Kafina?
With a mod of 0, I luckily rolled a 17.
Okay, you are not prone. But the burst of thunderous energy does ring in your ears a little bit. That ends their turn. Cedric.
Okay. He was going to go engage in some stuff, but he sees the tiny people in trouble. So he is going to cast something on himself. That spell, which I totally forgotten the name of right now, but it definitely means something to someone. Guardian of Nature at 5th level, to give him a little boost, and then he will stand in between them if he can.
In between
the rock dudes at the back.
Okay.
Sort of like on a as a triangle almost. If that makes
Okay.
sense.
So you can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can just about get there.
My
in
movement
between.
is 50 feet.
Then you can easily get there. In fact, actually, you can get there if you want to.
Yeah, why not? Maybe I'll draw some attention. Yeah.
As you leave
Yes.
the combat range, you do get a slam attack.
Sorry,
You get
yes, do that. But also,
get-
am I
you get
touching the ground at
one-
the beginning of my turn?
Yes.
I will
All
regain
of the healing.
I will regain 9 hit points
From what?
from the braces.
Yes. I forgot you were.
Brace.
So that is a 25 to hit for the slam attack.
Yes, that will hit.
Is this from?
The Evermoving Boulder. So Ashley, you do. Oh, you don't have Sentinel anymore, do you?
Nope.
1 and 28 plus. You take 36 points of bludgeoning damage, and I need to make a Constitution saving throw. DC 18.
I rolled a crit, so.
Okay, you're fine. So you get a boot in the arse from the Evermoving Boulder as you run away. It helps your momentum. You sort of loop over the top of the two elementals, and lands just sort of 3-point landing.
Perfect. I will have a swing at one of them.
Uh,
Neither of them have been hit, have I?
What is the casting an action or bonus action?
It's a bonus action.
Then go for it.
I will swing at the one on my left.
Green or blue?
They kind of look this. I think green.
Okay.
I'm going to say green. Does a
I'll tell you
20,
what.
28 hit?
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll give you a red.
Oh, that's better. Thank you.
How much, sorry?
28. Does that hit?
Yeah, that hits.
Good stuff. That is going to be. This might be important. So that's going to be 11 points of slashing damage and 3 points of force damage.
11 slashing and force. Right, sorry, so 14 total.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you need me to separate them? Do they look
No,
weakened
they
for
are.
either of them?
They are not resistant to
In the
either.
future, I will not separate them.
Okay, thank you very much. So that strike comes in, slash with Genesis. Anything else?
That is my turn.
Alrighty. Brings us. Yeah. Bear in mind, you don't have Warcaster, do you?
I do have Warcaster.
Oh, then never mind. I was going to say with your shield and things, but you've got it sorted. Never mind. Leela.
I'm on the ground.
You are prone, yes.
Okay, well, pick it up.
Okay, you're up.
Can I? Which one am I?
You are here.
Can I move? Oh no, if I move, it will probably go for me. I'm gonna. Oh, I had a plan and now I don't have a plan.
Yeah.
That's why planning sucks.
Yeah. Don't do it.
Salty much?
No.
Kafina, you're up next. I may have already said that, but I don't remember.
Only because I haven't done like spells yet.
Oh yeah, we never actually sorted that out, did we?
Quickly, just all the overpowered ones.
Yeah.
Pick
Oh,
Shatter.
actually, no, we did sort out most of your spells, didn't we? I think we're all right.
Do you have Shatter by any chance?
Yeah, anything that does thunder damage, that's what we want.
I think Shatter does. Is it disadvantage on a saving throw against inorganic things or whatever it is? Something like that?
Something like that. I can't remember the exact word.
Against
Possibly.
and objects.
Oh, is it just objects, is it, rather than
And construct.
Objects,
and constructs?
but if it's thunder damage, they may still take double damage.
Yes,
What, as in like thunder damage is their bad?
maybe.
That's what I was thinking. If they've got the metal in them as well. Shall I try it? All right, try it. Oh,
Do it.
I've forgotten how to do spells.
It's been a while.
It has been.
Shout at Luke and hope that he knows what's going on.
Just mix the name of several spells together and see if what Luke does. with
Just
it.
see if he catches on.
I'm casting a level 13 inflict shield of faith.
I'm going to cast my level 12 prismatic wall of fuck you.
Nah, you used all those last campaign. You can't do them again.
Tasha's glyph of fireball.
Can I cast shield with animals, please?
Yep.
Hold some poor innocent animal in front of me.
You summon a
well,
puppy
with a fireball.
with a handle.
I might just do what I was going to do. I'm just going to get the drones out because it's extra firepower on them or everything. And then I can get them out and then I can bonus action just shooting them.
Okay, where are the drones coming out? Behind you, presumably.
Yeah, I'll kind of throw them out behind me so they're kind of in between, kind of right in where that crease in the map is between the big and the two big bads.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Okay. And they're going to make attacks.
Oh, for God's sake.
What's different?
Yes.
What's the gift? Go on.
Yes,
What are the
2 attacks.
points? Okay, which one are you targeting?
I'll go for the 2 right behind me because they're my biggest problem so far.
Okay, one each. Go for it.
Or get them out.
25
Hits.
and 30.
Also hits.
Cool.
Roll damage.
9 and
Hang on. With the 30, was that a natural 20? Or your drone? Oh no, your drones have got plus 11 modified.
11.
Yes,
Yeah.
never mind. Carry on. Roll damage.
There was a 9.
Okay.
No, hold on. Sorry, 13
Okay.
and 7.
Okay. All right. So the one that's been shot by Cedric is now got a dart sticking out of its back in quite an interesting crease that appeared to have formed from being hit with an axe. The other one takes it and seems a little bit nonplussed by it. But hey, it's something. Anything else? Or are you going to stay where you are?
Can I? Oh, if I move, is he going to try and hit me?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. Usually.
I will say this because you. I will say this for future reference. As a goblin, you do get disengage as a bonus action.
I do. I just read that. Why did I forget that? Yes, please.
You've used your bonus action to attack your.
Damn it. Okay.
I'm sure I've drawn a lot of attention. Don't worry about it. Don't
Yeah.
blame me. It's not like Luke would pick on the little things.
I think. I think she'd try and go. Yeah, move on. Move on.
Okay. It's going to swing its maul at you. Natural 1. So sure, that works.
Yes.
Where are you moving to? You can get there because you've already got.
Yeah.
half movement. We can, well, here, I suppose technically if you want to.
Okay.
Okay, you good?
Yep.
Kafina.
so that's awesome that you just moved, because weirdly enough, I thought, let's see what the highest level Thunder Spell I have access to. Weirdly enough, I already have it. The highest for Sorcerer is just Thunderstep. But now that you're not right next to me, it's actually a brilliant idea.
100%. It's like Cedric's just rushed in to help these guys out, and then they just peace out straight away. And he's stood there with these two guys, like,
Bro.
Sorry.
It's fine.
Tiny people run. It's a thing. You know about it. So yeah, I'm actually going to I'll upcast Thunderstep at level 4.
Okay.
And the creatures must be within 5 feet of you to cast the spell. Yeah, sorry. So the range is 10 feet, so I can also focus that to get 1 extra damage die on it. I'll just make sure I'm right in between them, but not too close to Cedric. Basically, just a little closer to in between them. But I'm about to teleport 90 feet away anyway, so.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll Thunderstep right the frick up.
Con save, yes.
Bye. Sorry, yes.
So that is a 16 on the blue one. What's your DC?
17.
Okay. The other one, nope. So both fail. And where are you teleporting to?
So I'm not sure what like if the dragon is north, then I'm going directly south.
There?
No. Like in the straight line on the map, you went diagonal. I want to go. Yeah. 90 feet that way.
I mean, there's less than 90 feet. If you go 90 feet, you're off the map. So.
I mean, can I be like right just off the edge of the map? She would be as far away from everything as possible.
10, that's 50. I mean, if you're going 90 feet, you're well off the map.
Yeah, I'm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine, you're well off the map. Fine.
Yeah. So. Sorry, roll for damage. They are D10s. Oh, I only have 1 D10. And I've got to roll it 5 times. Let me just grab a couple more. Sorry. It's awesome when your turn changes at the last second. That's exactly what you want. Right. 2, 3, 10, 23. 23
points of damage to them. Nice.
23 thunder damage.
Okay, thunder damage. The thunder energy bursts out as Kathina teleports away. You notice it, Cedric, as it rings in your ears because you're still quite close.
Yes.
It doesn't affect you, but it doesn't appear to affect them that much.
Okay.
No more than you would normally expect.
Yes.
It seems to be the construction process that has aligned them with this mechanical or this metallic armor seems to have removed that vulnerability.
Fair enough. I'll just bonus action a first level spell slot to get back sorcery point, and that'll be my go.
All right, that brings us to the Shield Guardian, who has regained 10 hit points. It is then going to use its movement to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's Bruce. And it's going to make 2 slam attacks against you and your prone.
Of course.
Sorry, he's going. Apologies for all this. He is going to fist you twice.
Could have avoided that.
I could have done, but the attack, on the other hand, probably doesn't. 24 to hit on the first.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. And a natural 20 on the second. I mean, to be fair, one of the other dice was a natural 1, so.
Oh, that's all right then.
Yeah, I thought that made you feel better.
Matt, remember uncanny dodge.
Oh, trust me, I've remembered it for the second attack.
Okay.
Oh.
So for the first one is 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Right. Okay.
The second one is 20 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
Okay.
Sorry, is the 20 after is...
No, 20 is the total.
Okay, so another 10.
Yes. So,
Okay.
so you take 20 total.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. That ends Shield Guardian and Family. You are currently prone.
Yep, I will get up.
Okay.
And I will use my movement to go across the front of the Evermoving Boulder.
Okay.
Okay, And yeah, Oh, do I need? Do I do anything to activate my belt?
Yeah, it is a. Forgive me, I've closed the fighting down. I'll bring it back up, I believe. Bonus action, bear with me. Purchase request. There it is. It's an action to trigger the blessing.
Okay, I guess I won't be doing that then. I will just try hitting this thing with some tonfa.
Okay, go for it.
So that's a 28 on the first hit.
That hits.
For a whopping 16 damage. Woo, max damage.
15 points of damage to it. Okay.
Second attack. Yeah, that's higher. That's 31 to hit.
31 hits, yep.
Another 15 damage.
15, okay.
And then I will try a flurry of blows.
Go for it.
Does a 17 hit?
17 misses.
Sorry, 18.
Oh, 18 misses.
Okay. I'm hoping a 24 hits.
24 does hit, yes.
For 11 damage.
Okay.
And can it make a dex save or be knocked prone?
Oh, that could be interesting. How much damage, sorry?
It was
11.
11 damage, yep.
Dex save. Natural 20, as it turns out. I was looking at the other dice, went, oh, well, that's a problem. Oh, natural 20. Okay, it's fine.
Natural 20 succeeds.
Yes.
Okay, I'm done.
Alrighty, that brings us to War, who is going to rise up here.
I wondered when he was going to.
Yep.
I mean, wasn't it?
Actually, no, he isn't. He's not going to go for you. He's going to go here for the dragon.
Oh, of course she is.
Good.
Fucking dragon along.
No, he's going to fuck up the dragon a little bit.
Yeah.
Is going to go with 2 mauls on the prone dragon.
Uh-oh.
Natural 20. First.
Yeah.
And 29 to hit on the second. So that is many.
Yeah.
So it is. There we go. Explains why it was so obscenely high. 58 points of bludgeoning damage to Formar. And he is already prone and restrained, so nothing else happens to him there.
He's on 0 hit points.
Is he unconscious?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. How many was he on before the hit?
44.
Oh yeah, no, he's knocked out from the second hit. That's fine. For the non-crit. Okay, Formar is unconscious. That means the Dow's turn. Cruz.
Cruz is going to stand up.
Yep.
He's not going to use any of his movement because he now doesn't have to. No, he's still in range of the big thing. So he's going to attack the big thing. Because there are people. Oh, so
Go for it. Make your attack rolls.
oh, win. Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay. A 26 and a 30.
Yeah, both hit.
Oh, right from the back.
Stop. So keep the second attack separate, because it might make a difference.
Okay, so it's just
That'll be the
so
D4.
it's the D4 and one of the D8s.
Yes.
And then the rest is. Okay.
Just because Shield Guardian. Not got a lot of hit points left.
10. Oh, damn. What a shame.
Never mind.
Uh, 32 from the first hit.
2 down to 16.
And then 11. The dagger.
Okay. With the dagger strike, it does, as the dagger stabs in, you sort of the shield javelin person and the dagger cuts in. You see the shield guardian sort of, there's a crack that appears in the center of his chest. And as the dagger cuts into the back of the car, you just watch as it completely shatters and is destroyed.
Oh, shield guard. Go.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Fucked him up real bad.
Oh, that helps.
Okay. Anything else?
No, because I've bonus action and fuck am I moving?
Okay. The end of turn is going to use his last legendary action to grasping soil against. He's going to see who he can get with this one. So, Lyra, Cruz, and Leela. Was Leela affected by the
I think
freedom
she
movement?
was. I'm trying to remember who I cast it on now.
You said you used it, but you didn't. I don't think you said who you cast it
I
on.
cast 3 instances of it. Me.
Yeah, so I think it was yourself, Asher, and whoever else you cast on one other person. You didn't say who.
I can't remember if it was Leader or Foundling.
You cast it on me. I thought you cast it on Leela as
I
well.
thought I cast it on Leader as well.
So
Did
which
I
case you
not
would-
cast it on Asher?
Yeah, it wasn't on Asher because Connor said,
I
I've
can
got
fly.
Yeah.
Okay, in which case, Foundling you're fine. You don't need to worry about this one. Neither does Leela. But Cruz does.
Okay, there we go.
Dex save.
Dex save?
Yes. Yeah, it's just you because everyone else has got freedom movement on. So
There was me, wasn't there?
oh yes, it was. Sorry, yes, it was Lyra. Lyra as well.
12.
12. You are restrained by soil reaching up and grasping around you.
Great.
Until the
20.
start of your turn. How much?
22?
Yeah, you're fine. DC is 21. So you're restrained by Earth. Alrighty, that ends your turn, Kalata. Prone, restrained.
Okay. As a bonus action, I will healing word for luck because I can't remember. Because bad things would happen. Great. 4, 6.
Okay, almost back at 6.
Can I do anything else?
Your action.
Yeah, I know.
You can attempt to break out of this pile of earth and dirt that is on you. As your action.
Can I attempt to attack as well? I know there will be
Disadvantage. Who are you trying to attack?
the dowsers being next to the dragon.
I mean, you can use a cantrip if you want to. Because it's not in melee range with you.
That's fine. I will Eldritch Blast this motherfucker.
Go for it. You are disadvantaged because you're prone.
Yep.
And restrained and everything else.
Okay, that doesn't make much difference.
Did it miss?
Huh?
Did it miss?
No. The second bit. Well, at least I'm. Yes.
You'll tell me in a minute.
Son of a bitch, Dom, have you been at my dice?
Don't blame me.
I've rolled 3 d20s. So on 3 attacks. So one is a 26.
Hits.
The other 2 are technically 11s.
Natural ones.
Roll 2 ones. 14 damage.
Oh yeah, you have Agamemnon Blast.
Yeah.
Nice.
Roll a 9.
Okay, so 2 out of the blasts go flying off in different directions, which you relieves that you've got your dragon market. One just hits the Dow square in the jaw. Anything else?
I'll hold no.
Alright, it's Evermoving Boulder's turn. Let's see if he gets his big old weapon back. Nope.
No.
So he is going to make 2 slam attacks. One against Lyra, one against Foundling.
Yeah, I thought getting in front of it might not be the best move, but there you go.
Against Lyra first, that is a 25 to hit.
Yeah.
And Foundling is a 32 to hit.
Yeah, that just about hits.
Just does it. Okay. I have to make sure of these things. So Lyra, that is 11 plus 8, 19 points of bludgeoning damage.
And I will do a
One save. Yes, please. Foundling, that is 30 points of bludgeoning damage.
30.
Yes.
got a 14 on the con save.
Okay, you're fine.
Okay, could have been worse.
Even worse. Alrighty, that ends his turn, brings us to Lyra. You have the thunderous energy that is still from the...
I do. Okay. Bonus action, I will activate Planar Warrior
Yep,
and 2 attacks.
you may do so. Uh-oh.
Please.
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 That's a nat 20.
In your face, one against you. Sorry, I don't know why I'm getting so angry.
Don't anger him.
Now, Luke,
It's all right. All of my characters
Luke
die.
doesn't cut his head off.
It does not cut his head off, but it does do the extra 68.
Right. Now, does the attack crit as normal?
The attack crit is normal. You then add the extra 68 afterwards.
Okay, right.
So
You don't double them, do you?
No.
You do not double them. So
Oh, right.
there's a normal,
Right.
normal weapon damage, and you do the extra 68 of force damage as an afterthought.
Okay.
Now,
So
this is quite complicated.
So this is going to be...
Does the attack count as slashing damage, or does it count as force?
It's force damage because it's your planar warrior makes it force damage.
Okay, so that's 3d6. No, sorry, 3d8
Yes,
plus a d6 for Hunter's Mark,
yes.
plus
The
a d6 thunder damage.
From absorb elements, yes.
Okay, so I roll that.
Yes.
Double that, and then
Then I have a bad day.
Okay,
Fuck it up, Tom.
18. So I double that, add my bonus, and then roll the extra d.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's
All force damage.
what is
Let the spirit of Asher flow through
I'm tingling all over.
mine is
I can't wait for Lula to shoot it with a drone and
Okay.
kill it.
68 extra, is it? Is that right?
Yeah.
I think so. I don't know. I've never done it.
yeah, it is.
68.
Yeah, I remember that one.
I don't do it.
I
Cut his head
remember-
off.
I wonder if it's fucking head off. I remember this weapon very well, or this style of weapon.
It's so badass when this sword crits. Come on, I want to hit those big triple digits.
Yeah.
Stop, he's doing maths.
66.
Okay.
That's all.
Some of that was thunder, some was force, some was slashing.
Nice.
Okay, it's not resistant to any of those, so it's 66 total.
Yes.
Okay.
Second attack.
Yep. So you jump up and do a slash with the blade, just using a teleport for flavor, just to get the extra pop on him to take a big chunk out of his body.
Do it again, Tom.
It won't do that much that much damage again. That is a 21 to hit.
That does hit.
This time it's just a D8 plus a D6. No, yes.
Yes.
For another 23.
23. Jesus Christ. Okay, so the second strike you cut in, another blink and slash into it, coming back down to ground.
By the way, if possible, thanks to teleporting, I'd like to end up basically opposite Foundling.
Okay, so thump, thump, and then.
I mean, I've also got. So yeah,
teleport movement gets you there.
That will be my turn.
Alrighty. At the end of your turn, he is going to use his. What's he going to do with this? Yeah, he's going to use the grasping sword again. So Leela, and Orion to make a dex save, please.
$18 from me.
That's a failure. You are restrained until the start of your next turn. Seems like a really lame legendary action unless it's just to wail on you a bit.
Unnatural 20.
Failed. You are restrained.
Original party members, remember you still have your D10.
Yes. She's not. Leela's got freedom of movement, not restrained.
Oh, yes, you're right.
Oh, thanks.
What restrained pennies are in Forma?
The boulder spray. And then the natural 20 from Orion, so he's okay. All right, that ends the legendary action for that time. It is now Asher.
Kitchen sink. I would like to bonus action cast Blinding Smite.
Okay.
Which gives me 3d8. And I have pack tactics.
You do? Look at you remembering your abilities.
I know, it's like this fight was rather intimidating and I read my sheet.
Connor, remember to ask if it's a fiend.
Is it a fiend?
No! It's rather hellish, but it's a giant.
23, that was a lower roll with Great Weapon.
That it? You're using Great Weapon Master?
Yeah, everything in this day is
Okay.
Great Weapon.
Okay. I'll hold you for that. So yes, that hits.
Yeah, so I'll just do basic weapon. So 2d6, 1d8, and I will Divine Smite at level 3 as well, which gives me another 4d8.
Give me the numbers.
And then Blinding Smite.
We are going for contingency.
Mm.
79 points of damage, and can it make a Constitution saving throw?
I'm going to say yes.
Advantage.
I know it's bonus.
That is, yeah, no, it's fine of 31. As you strike it with the, hold on, as you strike it with the Divine Smite and the burst of radiant energy and blinding necrotic energy that bursts out of it, you suddenly watch as from the earth around it, pebbles, dust, sand, all sorts of things come up and start filling the wounds, patching up its body. You see as the burning coals that were his eye expand rapidly. And you can see it's now looking down at you, as it seems to have triggered its mythic trait of tectonic wonder.
I will fly up
Mm-hmm.
and hit it. Hopefully, 2 more
How
times.
high are you flying?
30 feet.
Okay.
And then I'll hit it 2 more times. That one's a crit,
Uh-oh.
but I haven't got blinding has failed on that, so I've already used that. I'll use a 3rd level smite though.
I figured.
That's my last 3rd level.
Last and third level smite roll.
Yeah. Right, so this and this. Calculators are a wonderful thing.
I find they're better with the calculator basically sitting next.
Does Great Weapon Master double, or is it just
It's a
dice
flat 10. It's a flat 10.
just a flat 10? Okay, that would have been scary. I know, man.
Someone's in the van.
I keep hearing him saying penis, and I'm not quite sure why.
No, I'm sorry. That's actually saying +8 twice.
Oh, Jesus.
I heard.
And then one more. 4, 2, 10 for great weapon. 14 for- Shut up, Van. 83 on that one.
83. Jesus Christ.
Last strike. Thank you, Orion. Was Orion, wasn't it?
Good luck, William, yes.
19, so 20, 30, 24.
24 hits, yes.
20, 30. Oh, yeah, it's mine, yeah. Last 5.
2nd level smite.
No, right.
Yeet dab.
Yeet dab.
Yeah, yeet dab.
Get out.
No.
Just be like, use
He's
that
young and
Kobe.
hip, Ross. He's young and hip, They use this crazy lingo.
Quick,
No, Connor is not young and hip because he keeps hurting himself like an old man.
quick, Connor, get up and floss.
He's young and needs a replacement hip.
59.
9 points of damage. Okay. You've got his attention.
Oh dear.
Anything else?
I feel like I should run away now, but I'll go another 10 foot up.
And be up. Okay.
Yeah,
You're now 40 feet off the ground.
yeah. I'm not sure if this is a good thing or not, but
It's happened.
I'm going to say
it has. Okay. Goodbye, my lovers. Goodbye, my friends. Man, Smite is so. Smite's fun.
Smite is fun. Okay. So, he's going to use his mythic action to make 2 slam attacks against you.
Yeah.
Okay.
No!
That's you.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
So, the first one's a 30.
Yes.
Second one's a natural 20.
Yes.
So this is many d12. I'm going to do somewhere, I just don't have them here. So that is.
I've got every single dice I own to roll that first blinding smite with divine smite with improved divine smite. It was rather fun. I just wish I'd have critted on the big one.
So you take from the first. So this is all together. So it's just easier for me to do it that way. 60 off that puts you at 112 points of bludgeoning damage. Yeah, it's still 2 big slams in the face.
Oh, yeah.
But Ash is fine.
Yep.
Still hurt though, I imagine. But
Oh, yeah.
all right, that ends. That's action's turn. Brings the lair action. And Ash is now flying. That's handy. You suddenly feel something around you grab you round the waist and throw you to the ground. You are pulled straight down 40 feet and slammed into the ground, knocked prone, and you take. Nope, just happens. Actually, no, you're not knocked prone. You just pulled straight down and land. But you do take. 5 points of force damage. Which you are. That was the thing that pushed Asher over the edge. That would have been hilarious.
Nearly put me over the edge of triple digits.
I was going to say, I'm looking at Ash's hit points. No.
Yeah, we had a before and after update.
Was it a lot and then less? But
Yes.
still a lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
I got 100. I got 104 left after that.
She's almost still got twice as many as Cedric has, so more than twice.
That is the end of the lair action. Brings us to Orion. What is Orion going to do with his life?
Kill it.
He's going to certainly try.
Is he still blinded?
No, that wore off at the end of his last turn.
Okay.
He is going to step forward into its range and is going to make 2 swinging attacks with the biting blades. And both miss.
Of course it does, because it's an NPC.
Yep,
Yes.
me and NPC. None of them worth it.
Yeah.
But okay. So that ends Orion's turn. He's going to use his bonus action to speak the command word because he forgot to do that for the biting blade. He's only just learned how it works. So future turns, he'll do 2d6. That's Orion's turn. Brings us to. No, he's going to use another legendary action and punch Asher twice. So a 31.
Yep.
Actually, do you know what? The second one he's going to punch Orion because you can see Orion's concentrating on the spells. I'll reroll that one. I mean, that's worse, but it still might hit Orion. Is a. Yeah, that hits. Plus 15, so that's a 23. So 23 on Orion, and hits on you. 44 plus 8. So Asher, you take 34 points of bludgeoning damage.
Mm-hmm.
Orion takes. You know, it's bad when you roll 2 11s. So that is 20, 38, 46 points to Orion.
He's still up.
I'll find out. He's still up, but will he make the con save to maintain concentration? No. So haste is gone.
Oh damn.
Asher, you feel a massive drain on your strength. Next turn, you do not have any actions.
And this is why we don't trust other people.
Fucking NPC.
Concentration is gone on that. So that's
And even worse, that attack that you originally would have hit me with would have missed.
Yeah, would have done. Because of haste. And then I realised.
Just basically would have missed.
Yeah. All right. So that ends. Well, what's your armor class at the moment?
19.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Would have hit you, but
No, you rolled a 15. I thought. Never mind. Doesn't matter. Anyway.
it was plus 15 to hit. I rolled an 8, so would have hit you. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It's now Fulmar's turn. He is prone, restrained. Roll a d6 to see if he gets his breath weapon back.
Nope. He is going to attempt to break the.
Make an athletics or acrobatics check.
Okay.
See what he did not.
21.
21. He managed to. He's. They don't have a burrow speed, do they? Flight dragons.
I what?
Burrow speed.
Burrow.
No. They managed to sort of use the movements it would do as if it was normally swimming and to push itself out and I assume use his movement to stand up.
Yes.
Okay. That's his action.
Yeah. Yeah, because dragons have an amazing set of bonus actions.
Oh wait.
Oh wait. Go. Can he effectively grapple Kelatar and try and fly?
It
Or
wouldn't be a grapple, it'd be a grab and then take off.
can he do that?
You can do. What movements you got left? You use half his move to stand up. So you've probably got 40 feet of flying.
Yeah.
Okay. You can do. Will be an attack of opportunity against
Yeah, I
him.
know. So I'm not going to try and go up. I'm going to try and go horizontal.
Okay.
Just along the floor.
Okay. Dal takes a swing.
Go for it.
Natural 1.
That's fine.
So
Like 40 feet movements, just
gets
just
there.
cool. That's fine.
Like your turn.
Yeah, that's all you can do.
Okay. The elementals have lost their playmates, so they're going to attack Cedric.
Yeah.
2 maul attacks each.
Sure.
A 17
Does
on the
not,
first,
does not hit.
and then a 26,
That will hit, yeah.
and then a unnatural 20.
Is this to hit again?
Yes.
I will use shield out of Genesis.
Approach up to 25, in which case the second one, which was an 11,
I rolled a 6.
misses. Okay. So both of those miss. So basically one hits you.
Yes, correct.
Thanks to the power of Mushroom Shield, and roll your d6 to see if you can get it back.
I rolled a 6, so I do get it back.
Oh, nice. So you take 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Excellente. Thank you for your trade today.
Con save, please.
For
Has
sure.
advantage because you're a Warcaster.
It does. 19 and a 16, so I'll take the 19 for 23.
Yeah, you're fine. That is the elemental. Leela, no, sorry, Cedric. Leela, you're up next.
It is me. Yes, it is. You are right. It is me. I am totally prepared for my turn.
It's like I've got an initiative order in front of me.
Almost. Okay, I'm going to. You know what? I'm happy just to swing again at the red one again.
Okay, go for it.
I'm going to try keep them busy and here with me. Does a 22 hit?
22 does hit.
Excellent. That is 9 plus a number plus 5 is 14 points of slashing damage.
Slashing damage.
And then as a bonus action, as a bonus action, I'm going to. How far away is like foundling, etc.? I can't see because there's glare on that, so I can't count the squares.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's about 55 feet away from you.
Okay, who's to the left of foundling? Is that Lyra?
No, to the left foundling is Orion.
Oh, yeah. Which one of them looks worse at the moment?
Probably Orion.
Yeah, I'm not too badly beaten up.
Oh wait, I can't. Oh, hold on. No, I can. I'll just pump a level 1 healing word in just to as a bonus action, just to
Okay.
just give a little bit of juice. As a 7 then.
7 points of healing back to Orion. Okay, that puts him up to 31.
Might just keep him up a bit longer. That's my turn.
Alrighty, Leela.
Can I Scorching Ray at the 2 at the back?
You may do so. How are you splitting them up?
Who looks the worst off?
The red one has been hacked by Cedric twice.
How's the blue one looking? Has he been touched?
I've not attacked, but
You've shot him and Kafina blew him up a bit.
Can I do 2 to blue? Is it 3?
Yes, 3 rays of Scorching Ray.
2 to blue and 1 to red.
Go for it, make your attack rolls. So do your 2 for blue first.
20.
Hits.
14.
14 misses.
And then one more. 15.
15 also misses, unfortunately.
One
So 1 hit, so that's a 2d6?
3.
Is it 3d6 in the Scorching Ray?
Oh, no. Not me, actually.
I believe it's 2d6. Yes.
Yeah, I'm using beyond.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10. 10 points.
10 points of weapon. Nice. All right, so the first time for Leela throwing a little ball of fire. She's very excited. Two of them just sparkle off in the distance. One of them impacts into the back of the Myrmidon. And goes,
Oh, great.
if it had a face, then it would look pissed. If it doesn't, it's just a rock. Kafina. Oh, sorry. Are you doing anything else, Laura?
One? Yeah, hold on. How far away am I from Cedric?
You are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You are 25 feet.
Can I use the surge beam to do a healing word on him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever the power is of the healing surge.
Yeah, 13 points of healing.
Nice, thank you.
There you go. It was useful. Gadgets. Gadgets and spells. Right, you moving? You staying where you are?
Who else is looking quite bad? Asher.
I mean, for Asher, she's looking quite bad. Kelatar is injured.
Yeah.
Cruz.
Okay.
Fulmar's injured.
Where's Kalatar?
Right away over there.
Stop going up.
Oh, I should go.
Just off-
You
just
got
off
away
the
from
edge.
it.
I don't know if I want to get that close. Can you move me up a little bit more, up and diagonal, a little bit, not too close?
Okay, with your movement, you can get there because you are at half speed because it's difficult terrain.
That's fine. Okay, sorry.
All right.
No, I've got freedom of movement, don't I?
Oh yeah, in which case you can get to there.
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you.
I would say actually you've seen its reach. You'll probably stay just out of his melee range.
That's what, yeah.
Level 2. Kafina.
Am I within 120 feet of the big ever-moving boulder?
No.
I
Move 90 feet out. It's not within 120 feet.
Okay, well, yeah, I've got 50 feet of flying movement, so I'll just make sure I'm within that range, yeah?
Yeah, you can fly and just get into range.
Yeah, because, yeah, I want to be as far away as possible. The spell has a range of 120 feet. That's how far away I want to be. So, yeah, I'm going to cast Synaptic Static with Triple Focus and Heightened, which means disadvantage on the saving throw.
It has advantage on magical save, so roll. That is an intelligence save, yes?
Yep.
That's a 21.
Ah. Madness. All right, well, that's still a lot of d6. So, yeah, and I got to focus it 3 times, so I've got 11 d6 to roll. 10, 17, 20, 24, 34, 40, 43 psychic damage.
Half because he saved, yes?
Yep, half because he saved, yeah.
So down to 22.
Shame. And I will just bonus action level 1 slot back to sorcery point.
Okay.
And if I have any movement left, I would like to run back away again.
Yeah, you got enough movement to get back.
Cool. Thank you.
Alrighty, that will end your turn. I'm trying to think of any legendary actions used. You 3 of them, so that's fine. Alright, that is then the Shield Guardian who's dead. Foundling.
Yep. Well, still got this thing right in front of me. I'll shuffle off towards the corner nearest the dragon.
Okay.
Just to spread us out a bit, and then I'll try hitting it with my taunter.
Go for it.
Yep, 25 to hit.
That does hit.
For 12 damage.
Okay.
A 21 to hit.
Hit.
For 16 damage.
Okay.
And then I'll Flurry of Blows it again.
Go for it.
But 17 doesn't hit, does it?
Does not, no.
but hopefully an unnatural 20 does
Just hits.
for another 12 bludgeoning. And can it make a dex save or be knocked prone?
Yes, it can.
What to knock it prone?
It's just going to be more deadly to us than helpful.
It fails with a 3.
However,
Yeah.
However, it's going to use a legendary resistance because I haven't used one yet.
There we go. I've burned up one of them.
Alrighty.
And we know it's got bad. We know it's got bad dex. So if anybody's got anything that needs a dex save, hit it.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, that brings us to the Dow's turn. And it's just going to chase after the dragon
yeah.
and the thing. So it's going to swing down and hit the dragon first with the maul. That is 18 to hit. Just hit. 46. 6. 12. 18.
He's unconscious.
Yeah, he's unconscious. Is then going to take the opportunity to smack Kelatar
Oh, okay, fair enough.
because Kelatar, if the dragon's unconscious and Kelatar keeps healing him, this is a problem.
Yeah.
So I'm going to smack out the healer. That is a 28 to hit.
Yeah.
8. And that's a point. Kelatar was restrained by the earth before. So either make a restraint or it's fine. We'll just say that you're still restrained. I forgot to do that last time.
Well, that's fine.
So 9 plus that is 24 points of bludgeoning damage
Okay.
to Kelatar. And dragon thrown unconscious. Brings us top around Kelatar. Cruz, sorry.
Sorry. Sorry, just checking something out. What was it?
When Matt says I'm just checking something out, what I imagine on his screen is just a picture of himself. And in a second he's just going to be like, yeah.
That's
it looks good.
a melee weapon attack.
Yes.
Okay, it takes 2 points of radiant damage.
Yes, because of Shanks game.
Yep.
Cool. The burst of radiant energy that gives off doesn't do a lot, but it does something.
Krush is going to do what he did last time, just stab at the big thing.
Okay, go for it.
Because he's right next to it. Attack 1. 19.
Misses.
Yeah, that's what he did. And a 22.
22 hits. So the dagger and sneak attack. Ow.
37.
Okay, 37. Nice.
Oh, 30.
Okay. Anything else? Bruce?
No.
All right. Kelatar then.
Yeah. Heal again.
Okay.
That bloody dragon. Actually, no. Yeah. Better. Sorry.
That's fine. I had no idea what you were doing.
Cool. Neither did I.
That's right. Was that a level 3 healing word of that?
No, it was level 4.
Ooh, okay.
I rolled 7.
4 plus 5.
So 12.
Okay.
then I will attempt to Eldritch Blast this beast again.
Okay,
Again,
disadvantage.
disadvantage because
Prone, melee,
still
stuff.
prone and restrained, but moving. No. Okay. That's not too bad. Okay. But might still work. Okay. Okay. So the lowest I rolled was 23.
That hits.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. With disadvantage?
Yeah.
Huh, cool.
A 13, a 14, and a 16 on the dice. And then 2 18s and a 19. $34.
34 points of damage. Nice. There. Cool. All right. So another blast of Eldritch Energy hits it in the face. And it's thinking about it. All right. That brings us to the Evermoving Boulder's turn. Let's see if he gets his thing back.
He decides to do nothing.
He does.
And you guess this time.
So. Yeah, he's going to gamble with this one. So, Cruz is no longer restrained. That's gone.
Chris was restrained.
He was. It went to the beginning of it. It went to the beginning of his turn.
Ah, I forgot.
So he's going to move away from Foundry, Asher, and
Oh, you bastard.
Orion.
Opportunity attacks.
You do. You get those. He's going to move around this way.
Bastard.
No one has Sentinel, do they?
Sorry.
No one has Sentinel, do they?
Nope.
If I was in amongst it, I could cast a spell.
Orion roll of 3 misses. So Asher and Foundling both get opportunity attacks.
No, I don't.
No,
You both miss.
Yeah.
I don't get one.
Oh, you used your reaction, haven't you?
No, I'm stunned.
Check on that. I think you might still get reactions.
The haste.
Yeah, the haste. Quite.
It says it can't move or take actions.
The reaction should be fine.
Based on that wording.
Based on that wording, I'll say you get to make a reaction.
Yay.
Make up for my natural one.
Oh,
Yeah. That is a 19 on the dice.
Okay, that hits.
wait, if we add them
Second
to,
level snipe.
if we add their rolls together though,
2 for you. 1 for you. And a second level snipe. Oh, I wasn't ready. I was just ready to say pass.
silence descends whilst Connor does counting.
Shh.
3, 9. Sorry, actually, they're way too low numbers. 22, 55,
Is
33.
this adding a smite?
Yeah.
Okay.
59.
I just realised how lazy I was with my number picking then because I said like 55 and 33 and 20. I just doubled the whatever single number I was thinking of. It's like the laziest distraction techniques ever.
So 59, yes?
Yes.
That's good.
Okay.
That's
So,
really good.
Now,
Except for not having an attack.
that is all of you in that area. So, Lyra, you fail automatically because you're restrained. Cruz, Asher, Orion, Foundling, you each need to make a dexterity saving throw. As it barrage of boulders fires out, and yeah, Lyra, you automatically fail because you're restrained.
It makes no difference.
No,
Teleport.
sorry, you have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. You actually do make a save, but you're at disadvantage.
I didn't think Shine automatically failed.
I got a 25, but I used the D10.
Okay. You take half damage. Yeah, because it is many things. Yeah. So success for Asher, family.
Oh, 28.
Okay, you take no damage. Orion succeeds. Will use his reaction to take no damage. Lyra
21.
Just succeeds.
How much damage do I take though?
Cruz. Sorry.
26.
Okay, you take no damage. So it is 84 reduced down to 42.
Whew.
So Asher, you take 42 points of damage. Lyra takes 42 points of damage. How bad is Lyra looking?
Very, but
Okay.
I do lose Hunter's Mark.
Okay, Hunter's Mark is gone. The strength will go at the beginning of the turn. Alrighty. So that ends his turn. Took a risk and can't pay it off. So that brings us to Lyra. You are no longer restrained at the beginning of your turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Bonus action. I'm going to take my one healing potion, which is a potion of superior healing.
Ooh.
Oh, that's 8.
8d4.
8d4.
Oh, actually, I have some standard ones, so I'll just roll that on beyond.
Superior is 8d4 plus 8. Supreme.
24 plus 8 is 32.
32 points of healing. Nice.
That feels a bit better. Right. Action. Cast haste on myself.
Okay. You are now hasted. You can
The
make
fan is cheering you on, Lyra.
You can make an attack this
I can
turn.
make-
Sorry, got it.
Okay, and yes, I will. I think with double movement and teleportation, I can still get behind him. Probably.
Oh, yeah, double movement and freedom of movement. You ignore difficult terrain. So
Not freedom movement because I haven't got.
You ignore difficult terrain. You're fine.
So one attack is 24 to hit.
Hits.
$21 force damage.
Okay. All right.
That's the end of my turn.
Okay, at the end of your turn, he is going to use his mythic actions to make 2 slam attacks against you. That is a 29 and a 25 to hit.
Yeah.
Mythic encounters, these are interesting stuff. So that is plus 6. Yeah. That is 70 points of bludgeoning damage for the 2 strikes.
I am very down.
Okay, what's your hit points? Just as a
38.
which case I'll separate those out. That would have been 11, 22 plus 8, 30. So yeah, actually no, the second one would have been the one that knocks you out, so that's fine. You're unconscious, haste is gone. All right, that ends his turn. Asher, you miss your turn because haste.
Because Orion sucks.
It's now going to be. He's going to use another legendary action to do the same thing against Cruz.
Of course he is.
So, how bad's Cruz looking? Do I need to separate these?
I mean, you may need to.
See what I roll.
Roll at least one crit.
First one is a 24.
Yeah.
Second is a natural 19 plus 34.
Yeah, okay, it might be alright this time. Not this time.
I'll do them separate because you haven't any dodge. Are you going to use it at all on either of them?
Yeah, I'll use it on the first one.
On the first one, okay. Good.
Go for it.
Good, because the first one's bad. 38 points of bludgeoning damage on the first.
19.
19. Second one is 33, 41 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Actually, I've got to swap it. I'd like to take it on the second.
You'd like to, but you're not going to. Okay, Crew's still okay? Well, I would say okay. Still conscious.
Yeah, he's just taken 60 hit points of damage.
Yeah. It's now a lair action. Because initiative count there, 20. Yeah. Okay. So the dust cloud of pebbles springs up again. So I need Asher, Orion, and Foundling to each make Constitution saving throws, please. No. Fuck's sake, Orion. 2.
NPC is useless anyway.
26.
You're fine.
9.
You are blinded until the end of your next turn. As just dust, rocks, and pebbles just pound into your face, blinding you. It is now Orion's turn, and he's blind, so he can't do anything. So he's going to hold his action. He's going to hold his action to cast haste on Asher again.
At the end of the turn.
Yep, and at the end of his turn, cast haste on Asher. That brings us to Fulmar.
Oh, he gets some breath weapon back.
Okay.
He will stand up.
Mhm.
And he will breath weapon this thing really fun.
Okay. Yeah, he's in a position where he won't get family, so that's
Yeah.
it, yeah. Okay. That is a unnatural 20.
Okay.
Yes.
49.
49 reduced down to 25. Okay. Ready? At the end of the turn, he's going to do his slams against Cruce again.
Yeah.
There's Cruce is in range. How's Cruce looking this? Oh.
Very.
The first was an 18. To
Just
hit.
hit.
Second one was a natural 20.
There it is. I knew there was going to be a natural 20 in there somewhere.
It was it bubbled on a 2 for a bit and then went, nope.
Had four attacks against me, not in a turn. At least one of them was going to be a crit. I'm surprised not all 4 of them fucking were.
We'll roll the first one, see what happens. This could be 29, 37.
Oh, come on.
So in which case the crit just straight 2 failed death saves.
Yeah, there's a surprise.
I mean, that could have been worse. It could have been the other way around and
I mean,
pushed you down from higher. At least it hit you when you were already unconscious and it didn't make a difference.
well, that's right.
Because it, all right, so I'll cruise down. Trouble. That's going to be the Myrmidons. Now get their 4 attacks against Cedric. Because Cedric is the biggest problem here. So that is a 14, unnatural 20.
I will shield the 20.
Okay, so we've got a 14, a 13,
Roll.
unnatural 20, and a natural 20. So only the crit hits.
Okay, cool. I rolled a 4 on regaining the shield.
Okay, so it comes back. So that is 9 and 10, 20 points of bludgeoning damage.
20? Okay.
Yep. And then con save at advantage for Warcaster.
Yes. Oh, thank God it's with advantage. That is 19.
Cedric, your turn.
At the beginning of my turn, I am connected to the ground, so I will heal some health.
You will.
I will heal 7 points.
Okay.
And then I will. I'm going to squeeze between these two and basically just sort of appear on the other side of them. I guess. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah, thank you. And then I will just keep. I will swing again at red.
Okay, go for it.
that's a beefy. That's a 20. No, yeah, that's a 29 to hit.
29 hits.
Cool, and that deals 16 points of slashing damage.
16 points of slashing damage. Okay.
Am I? Who's? I can't.
You've added the force damage into that, haven't you?
Yes,
From
I'm
the,
adding the force damage. Yeah, it was 5 on the D8, 5 for the slashing damage, then 6 or something like that.
Okay, that's fine. Because you said slashing damage, I thought, oh, is that all four?
No,
That's
sorry.
fine.
Yeah, I'm also.
Bundled together, it's okay.
Is anyone down within 60 feet of me?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No.
Is anyone extremely low within 60 feet of me?
I mean, Leela's not been hit, I don't think.
No.
She was, but she's fine.
I think Orion is injured.
I'll pop another level 1 into Orion just to see if that helps him keep standing, basically. Level 1
Okay.
healing word for number 9.
9? Nice. He is almost at half health. No, that ends his turn, Leela.
Okay. The squares are 5 feet, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
I am going to lightning bolt the big guy.
Okay. Dex save, yes.
Go for it, then.
Yeah.
That's a 14, so I'm going to legendary resistance to resist against that. Actually, I'm not going to do that because as the lightning fires out from you and impacts into him, it seems to be that this volume of earth, it just dissipates and does no damage.
Okay. Fuck. Okay.
You have your drones.
Yeah, but people need healing more. Who's within 60 feet of me anyway? Not 50, 60, 30, sorry.
Foundling.
No, sorry. Words. I can move 30. I can reach 60 with my surge beam.
Yes.
I get.
You could get to Cruz or Calatar. Technically, you could get Lyra as well. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You could just get Lyra, or you could get Cruz or Calatar. Basically, you could get to anyone apart from Kathina.
Who really needs it more?
Lyra's down.
Lyra and Cruz are both down.
Can I go for Lyra, please?
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then with the range, you can get Lyra with your nanite beams.
Mm-hmm. So that's 14 points.
14 points of healing back to you, Lyra.
Yay!
Anything else, Leela? Are you good?
Oh.
That's action movement bonus. Yeah, that's you done, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, Kathina.
Right, so I think, because I was going to plan something different, but he moved during that round. I was hoping he'd just stay still. I'm basically going to do the exact same thing. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, I've got my screw it. I'm going to charge in, get within 60 feet. Is that doable?
No, you're more than 120 feet away, so
that is a thing.
all
right then. Well,
about 80 feet away.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll get to there. And then I actually will pretty much do the same thing, but I'm 1 focus only on it rather than 3 this time. And heighten though, because that's what I'm really after. Synaptic static, yeah, can save with regular roll because I'm doing heighten.
Natural 20.
Ah, come on.
And it's psychic damage, isn't it?
Yes. Please, you're not about to tell me it doesn't have a brain, so I can't give it psychic damage.
No, but it's a giant. It's not a construct.
Yeah. Right. So that's 8 plus only 1, so 5, 10, 17, 21. And that's 32.
How do you want to knock it out?
Oh, okay.
That's 3 hit points left.
Okay, right. Oh, yeah, because that would have halved anyway. Yeah, I guess I'm obviously aiming for the place where I assume the brain is, so the head. And I guess it's almost just almost like this kind of like shift happens in his head. Like it's not like I've applied any force, but like the pain inside his head has just made him kind of like, oh, geez, and that kind of like sends him down.
All right, so concentrating on those little minute electrical pulses that go through its body, you find it, you center it right into the brain. You watch as it explodes within his mind. You see, starts staggering around, but dangerously close to Cruz and Lyra, but they're both not stepped on. However, I am going to roll a scatter to see which way he falls, because he's a big dude, and this could be a problem.
Not on my tavern. Not on my tavern. Not on my tavern.
He falls this way towards
I'll
me
build more than one tavern.
and just stumbles backwards, falling and crashing into the piece of rock. The dust that seems to have settled around him, you can see forming from a shattered crystal piece that seems to float away from his chest.
Is floating away or is disintegrating as it's floating away?
It's Thanos snap.
Okay, yes, no, it's cool. I was just making sure.
There he is. Dead unconscious, effectively causing a big obstruction along through that area. But anything else in your turn, Katina?
Just another sorcery point back to thingy.
Okay, Foundling.
Yeah, I'm blind, so I don't know about this.
Nope.
The last time
You feel a massive vibration of blew off the initiative tracker. It's fine. It's landed more or less the way I wanted it to.
So last I saw of it was it just trying to get away from me and taking a swing at it, and I've now heard this noise. So between those 2 bits of information, I'm going to try to move 50 feet in that direction until I'm in melee with it, if I find it.
Okay, you take a step and you feel something against your foot.
Does it feel rocky?
You reach out. No, that's leaving.
Sorry, I can't see anything. I'll just stand here, and I will main action dodge.
Okay, you take a dodge action, and you just got a hand on Lilo. No, dodge.
Oh man, I could have a guide goblin. Yeah, I'm done.
Full lead and collar, and I'll just guide you around a little bit.
Well, actually, I'm not done. I'll bonus action trigger regular healing potion.
Okay.
So that's 2d4, is it?
Yes, it is. 2d4 plus 4.
2d4 plus 4. Oh, nice. 10 points of healing back.
Nice. And as you drink the potion, it must be a really good potion. You can now see.
What does that heal it?
No, the blindness wears off at the end of your turn. It just so happens that you drank a potion at the end of your turn.
Okay. I was like, was it that simple? Have I wasted my turn?
No, it just wore off at the end of your turn anyway. That brings us to the Dow's turn. It's going to swing twice at Skeletor. Because Skeletor keeps healing, and this is being a problem. Jesus Christ, natural 20. How bad's Skeletor looking?
Let's just say this guy's modifier will probably knock him out.
Okay. Well, let's have to. So that is.
Take 1 point of breaking damage for what it's worth.
Okay. I'm going to be great at that killing. So that is 10 plus 4. 14 points of damage.
14?
Yes.
Okay.
He's still up.
Yeah, he's on 1 hit point.
Oh shit, that was a crit, wasn't it?
He's still on 1 hit point because relentless endurance.
Oh yeah, there you go. And then the second attack is a 24.
Yeah.
He's unconscious. I won't bother on damage because that's just wasting everyone's time. Okay. That ends the Dow, brings us back to Cruz. Death save.
11.
So 1 success, 2 failures.
Yeah.
Kalatar, death save. Come on, Callum.
Something good.
4. Okay, 1 failure. The Evermoving Boulder is dead. Lirelai, your turn.
Am I prone?
Actually, no, you missed your turn because you had haste cast on you and you were knocked unconscious.
Does that still count if you get knocked unconscious before?
It does. It's when the spell ends, the next turn you miss. So if you were unconscious through it and you made the death save, it wouldn't have mattered. But you unfortunately missed your turn due to the lethargy.
Okay.
Asher.
Sprint, because I have haste.
Yes, you do.
I will sprint over to where Kelatar and Cruz are dying.
Sprint or fly?
They're on opposite sides of the map.
It's the same thing. It doesn't matter.
Cruz is here. Kalatar's over here.
He's after Kalatar.
You're after Kalatar.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go.
Now with haste, what can I do with the hasted action?
An attack.
Attack, dodge. Attack. No, I think it's attack, dash, and disengage or hide.
Dip,
So I can't
dash,
interact with an
dive.
object.
Dip, dodge, and duck. Yeah. No, you can't interact with an object. I don't think. I would have checked.
Don't believe you can.
You couldn't feed a healing potion if that's what you were going. Oh, you can use the. You can use
Use
attack.
an
dash-
object listed.
Yeah, I was just getting to that. Yeah, you can use an object, but you can't you can't feed someone a healing potion.
Okay, so thinking about this, I will give Kelatar 40 hit points.
Down hands.
Yeah.
Right.
And then I get 1 attack with the hasted action, don't I?
Correct.
Right, this is going to fucking suck. Yeah, Great Weapon Master. 17, 27, 23.
It's a killing because this dude is doing my nutting.
How much? What was that con? Sorry.
23 to hit.
Hits. All right.
Second level smite. Well, that's a biggie.
Why is it that whenever you're rolling damage and counting, your bang goes off?
Yeah.
It's the sheer weight of dice he rolls for damage. It's an arm.
60.
60 points of damage. Jesus. Okay, still standing.
Bollocks. That's all I can do.
Okay, that ends.
Oh,
your
bonus
turn.
action. I can drink a potion, can't I?
Yes, you can.
I will drink a greater. What is that? Oh no, a superior blue one.
Okay.
8d4 plus 8.
All right, that ends your turn. Orion is nowhere near anything. So he is going to turn around and he's going to go for these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get there.
27 points.
Nice. How much?
27.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we're using bonus action to face up to get himself closer. And he is going to, well, the other one looks pretty well beat up, so he's going to get to this one and he's going to attack it with 2 attacks of his, here we go, sword. Biting long blade. First one misses, second one is, that hits. Oh! 2-handed strike with an extra 2d6 of cold edge. 14 plus 11, so 25 points of damage to the blue one. Alright, that ends Orion's turn. Brings us to Fulmar.
He's going to attempt to
Against Red Weapon back.
No, but that's all right then.
Okay.
He's going to attempt to maul this motherfucker
Go for it.
with all three of his things that you can do.
Do the things.
Because, like, that is cocked. Wow. I'm guessing a 19 doesn't.
19 hits.
Oh, does it? Oh, okay.
AC's 18 on this dude.
Oh, okay. So the bite misses is up from 11.
Okay.
2, 3. For a minute, this is how kind of frazzled my mind is. I thought I just rolled a 9 on a d6.
Is it one of those days?
28 points of slashing damage.
Ooh. Okay.
2, 5, 6.
Nice. Okay, that's full mark. The elementals, they now have 2 targets. So they're going to make 2 attacks against Cedric. Which is... no, stay on the page, you bastard. Unnatural 20.
I will shield.
And 15 was the other one, so they both miss. Against Orion, a natural 1, and 18, so they both miss. So
I rolled a 3, so I don't get my shield back.
okay, so the shield is gone for the day. Alrighty, that ends the elemental turn. Cedric.
I will swing at the red one again.
Go for it. You wanted a melee character.
I just critted? Thank you, Sky. Yes, you were trying to she's trying to intercept my crit.
Cat cam.
She's actually just pushing the dice to the table now.
Moving dice.
Oh, okay. I rolled 2 6s. Oh, then I rolled a 2 and a 3, so it's not that bad. That is a number which I can't work out right now because I got too excited at rolling the double 6 as well as the crit.
Oh, now it's hard to do math, is it?
Yeah, because I don't ever have to do higher than like.
The table has turned.
I never have to do higher than like 12. That is a number. That is 12 is 17 is 20 is 22 is an 8 is 30. Apparently my dice decided to turn up and all of them were rolling the highest numbers they could.
That's fair. All right. Anything else in your bonus?
Oh yeah, I have a bonus action. Is anyone down around me? I don't think they are they?
The only person that's down at the moment is Cruz, and he has nowhere near you.
Who stood to the left of me?
That is Orion.
I will cast a spell on him. I will cast Shield of Faith on him.
Shield of Faith, okay. Non-concentration, correct?
Let me just triple check. Oh no, it is a concentration. Okay, scrap that. It is concentration. I forget. It's the other one which isn't a concentration. Carry on with your lives.
Okay, Leela.
Cruz is down. Did you say?
Yes,
Where
he is.
am I? Can I get him?
Easily within range of you. You can walk over and poke him if you wanted to.
Okay, so all I need to do is
Nanite
Walk over and poke him.
nanite beam. 13 points.
13 points of healing back to Cruz. Cruz, the almost dying.
Yeah.
Just want to know what your next D20 roll would have been. 14. Ah, it would have. Hold on. Okay, so that's your action for the healing, or is that bonus action?
It's a bonus action.
You have your action then.
It's just the two. Is it the 2 big bads behind me, or is there anyone else?
I mean, there's the Dow all the way over here, that's slightly off camera.
What can I do for him?
The same thing you do every day, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
We haven't got someone called Larry.
No. Pinky and the brain.
Hello.
It's a very slow process of me killing these 2 dudes.
Yeah, I mean, my drones are at the 2 others at the back, so I think I'll use them again. Oh no, because action. No.
You can use it as a bonus action or an action for your drones.
Oh, can I? Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Your drones do specify they can be an action or a bonus action.
24
Hits.
and 14.
14 misses, unfortunately. So the 24 hits the blue one. It's easier for me to read it that way.
8 points of piercing damage.
8 points of piercing damage. Okie dokie. All right. Anything else? Move. You stay where you are.
Yeah.
Stay there as foundling seeing eye goblin. Kafina.
Okay, I can't believe those 2 D-bags are still up, so I'll just
That's stacked with hit points, and only one person's been focusing on.
heal.
He's only been targeting one of them.
Yeah, I've been more of a distraction than actually dealing with them.
All right. Let's have. Hang on, let me just check the range.
Can anyone see the cat attacking my mic?
A little bit, yeah.
Such a son of a bitch. What is it? 60. So do it twice, and it becomes what? 15. Are they close enough to be hit by a 15-foot line?
Yes.
Good. I'll go ahead and bonus action spell source 3rd level spell slot to sorcery points.
I thought you were spell source.
Or saucy points.
Saucy
spell point.
spells. And then I will fly right up next to red so that I'm in a nice line to go straight through one to the other.
Okay.
I don't mind getting into melee with him. You can throw me right up against him.
All right. Dex save, yes.
Sorry?
Dex save, yes.
It's actually on. It's a sunbeam. Sorry, I'm casting double focus sunbeam.
So the first one is a 17.
Matches.
Second one is a 19.
So I think they're both saved, don't they?
Yes.
That be unpleasant. Right. So usually 6 8s, but now it's 8 8s. So only got 6 8s. That's 10, 25 plus another 8, 28. And because they said,
you say 25 plus 8.
Say what?
You say 25 plus 8.
Yes, that's a good point. That's 33 then.
This one is destroyed.
Yay.
As the sun being passed through him. It's halved down from 33 though down to 17, yes.
Go away. Nobody wants you here.
That ends your turn, yes?
Yeah, it does.
Foundling.
Is anyone down as far as I can see?
Cruz is slowly stirring back to consciousness. Everyone else is conscious.
Okay, then. I'll just run up and start punching the blue dude.
Okay.
Well, tauntering first, then punching. Then kicking. Taunt for 1. Yep, 24.
Hits.
For 14 damage.
Okay.
Second attack is also a 24 to hit.
Okay.
For 15 damage.
Okay.
And then I'll flurry of blows.
Okay.
Probably miss with an 11.
That does miss, yes. You just hit the piece of metal.
But then does a 19 hit
It does indeed.
for 12 bludgeoning. And can it make a dex save or be knocked prone?
Natural 20.
That's fine. This is fine.
Yeah.
Carry on with your lives. I'm done.
All right. Brings us to the Dow, who's going to look at the situation that they're in and shout out in Terran, so you understand it, Kafina, and Skeletor.
And Foundling.
And Foundling.
Why do so many people know Terran?
Tongue of
No, they understand Primordial, and Skeletor understands all languages.
Oh, I understand Primordial.
No, then you understand it.
Why do so many of us understand?
For ages, this was useless, and I thought I was the only player that knew this language, and now it's like it's coming useful, and everyone knows it. So.
The Dao is going to shout out, "Come, we retreat. Gather the rest. We'll get them on the way out." And is going to use their action to disengage and then earth glide into the soil and vanish. Crucio. I think that was one of the spells that was taken out of Harry Potter. Or Crucio. Yes. That ends the Dao turn.
Ends him.
Ends it. Cruz.
Finish.
You are conscious and prone.
Yeah. How far is it to the blue juice? Too far? Oh, there. There. 50.
25 minutes you got.
Can't
You have to
get
go.
low.
You get your bonus action dash.
Yeah, okay, so that gives me another 25 for a moment.
Meh.
So
And
I
your
can-
spear is a ranged weapon. You can throw it,
I can.
as is your dagger.
I can.
I'm giving you options. I'm just saying. Someone's looking pretty hurt.
Yeah, go on. I can get 2 rows short of what I presume are the drones.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, you can get there.
Yeah. And then I will huck my spear.
Okay, what's the range on the spin?
2060.
So it's a disadvantage. So no sneak attack, but
A 10, 22.
22 hits.
Wow.
It's been a day.
Damn. 13.
How do you want to defeat this one?
Wow.
That's 6 hit points left.
Just basically aim to thread the eye of your needle with this spear and just go right between all
Just
of
through
my
the-
brains.
the- Okay, so as Cruise is flying, sort of getting up a little places while you just sort of get your moment behind it, and then just full on, throwing javelin throw right into the center of the elemental. It goes over Cedric's head and just splits the pieces of plate, and then just carries on through and hits the ground on the other side. The elemental just smashing into dust and pieces of metal. And that is where we shall end tonight's session.
I like to think that as Bruce was flying and through it, he just goes,
Well, it's sort of just using the wings to sort of help him run along the floor, and then
just
falls
using
over.
all of his energy. It's like, no.
All right. So yeah, that's where we'll pick up next week. No, not next week. In 2 weeks' time. Going from that, trying to get out of Southpeak. Another one of the visionaries defeated. But obviously, the captain's still on the run
And getting us on the way out.
and getting reinforcements.
Was anyone else expecting a second form just like to erupt like out of the ground, like you know?
Yes.
Ice
Yeah.
Plague style kind of like.
It was a much less impressive than the water guy. It was just basically some dirt and sand that just
I full on expected Luke to be like right now. The whole map is him. So
Yeah.
yeah,
We are standing on him.
yeah.
Or more lava, at least.
This
Oh
is now.
God, the floor is lava.
I've got to say something when you get to the fire elemental, guys.
Yeah, but at least when we get out, you know what happens then? More planning.
Yay!
So, yeah, we'll pick that up in a couple of weeks, and we will see where it goes from there.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for joining us. We shall we've got a one shot that may or may not make its way onto the internet at some point. We shall find out. But until you see us again, thank you very much for joining us. Stay safe out there. Enjoy playing with dice, and we'll see you next time. Good night, everyone.